This is the bottom of the bill, you know?
Yeah, my mic's sitting on a silver tone bass amp from 20 years ago that's collecting dust.
Love that. It's fucking awesome. All right, well, excuse me. I don't have COVID, but I am getting over it currently.
I do.
You have COVID?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just asymptomatic?
No, I just want to share with everybody.
Okay.
I'm that kind of guy.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a sharer.
I'm a sharer. Yeah, he's a giver.
I'm a giver.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into it. Welcome everybody to another edition of Bottom of the Bill. We've got a new dynamic we're trying today with the Zoom call. We got the Hirst Brothers in from Toronto, Canada. Mark, you're in Buffalo.
Buffalo.
That's right. So we got Mark and Johnny here, the Hirst Brothers.
That's Southern Canada.
So yeah, basically.
Yeah, it's Canada.
Yeah. So the Hirst Brothers are they have a podcast called the Hirst Brothers Music Review. It's new music review, right? Hirst Brothers New Music Review podcast.
Yes, sir.
They're the producers of the nonprofit concert series, Hirst Brothers Concert for the Blind, as well as having just released a new album or about to release a new EP, Groove Town. I got all that right?
Boom.
You nailed it.
Fucking nailed it, bro.
Hey,
That's
man.
it.
So by the way, the newest single is it Nah, or was it Lakeside that was the newest one?
Lakeside just came out January 1st, New Year's.
Okay, awesome. Well, congratulations on that.
Yeah, way to go,
Thank
boys.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, make sure. So the album or the EP drops February 1st, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
So currently, though, in the meantime, you guys can check out their singles Lakeside and Nah, available on all platforms, I believe.
Pretty much.
Yep.
It's everywhere.
Dope. And you guys got music videos too. I think I watched at least the one for Nah earlier today, which is a fun video. I dig that.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's out. And then the other ones are in progress.
Okay, cool. Awesome, man. So let's talk a little bit about the album and the whole what inspired it and the message and all that stuff.
All that
Of
good
course.
stuff.
Yeah.
Mark,
I'll start
you
it
go.
off and then pass it on to you, John. We started really music years back. We've been playing for ages, and then blossomed into like this concert for the blind. Our youngest Hirst brother has a syndrome which causes him to have this progressive blindness. So we started raising a bunch of money for charity. And then we kind of turned that into like, well, we should really start creating our own music. Like, we're really creative people in all aspects of life. John has like a pretty sweet, like, rapping hip hop background. He's pretty like super good at freestyles, has this really cool, like, classified style, like the Canadian rapper style rapping. And then we kind of blended our like love for like rock and like music, like where you're like guitars and bass and drums and put like hip hop to like rock music and created this EP. So that's what we have coming up for you guys.
Awesome. I was actually that was one of my questions. I know this is every band's favorite question. How would you describe your music? Like, what's the style? Yeah. We just talked about this.
Hard-hitting question.
Yeah.
Ooh. I feel like everyone probably says the same thing, that like, oh, we're super unique and it's so hard to describe. Like, how do you put us in a box? But that's like one of the biggest struggles that we have if we're trying to market our music or submit it to playlists. It's like, where does it fit? Is it alternative? Is it alternative hip hop? Is it, this weird fusion between funk and rock and rap? And it's just, honestly, like, I don't even try to think too much about that anymore. It's more so like we just make music that we find fun to create and then fun to recreate on a live basis. And I think that's one of the things that's a little bit unique, is that although it might lean towards hip hop from a lyrical and vocal perspective, we want it to be really easily replicated in a live scenario, so that we could show up, we could play a show, and you could see us and our drummer like expecting kind of your classic cover band to come out, and then this like weird blend of hip hop comes out.
Right. Now I noticed that this is or at least the two songs on this EP that are out now are different than the stuff you've released in the past. This has a much more of the hip hop element to it.
Yeah, Yeah, so we're like not even 2 years into the journey of learning how to record, and I know you're a musician as well, Anton, so you would understand like that's a huge learning curve, especially doing everything in-house. So when we first started, I was just trying to figure out how to actually record, how to produce, how to write, and kind of lent towards the like more of an indie rock, kind of oceany rock style of music, because I almost because it was easier. And then once I felt like we had the skills and I had the knowledge to be more creative with it, then we started thinking, well, like, what do we actually want to make? So this new stuff that we're releasing now, and then we've got like 10 songs in the hopper that we're working on. They all share that kind of more hip hop element, more just a little bit more unique than your standard, like, I'm gonna write a song.
Yeah, totally. No, I dig it, man. I love the production quality on it too. I think all the production ideas are really creative. The way you're able to mesh, like, it's almost like, you guys listen to Dirty Heads at all?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and we've had that called out a couple of times.
Yeah, I wouldn't even like say like a call out in like a negative ways. I like the Dirty Heads.
Oh, not at all.
It's like it reminds me of like early Dirty Heads meets, I don't know, some like indie rock, like maybe like the Killers or something like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's dope, man. I really dig it for sure.
It's funny that you say like not a call out in a negative way, because we've had this multiple times on our podcast. Like, we'll have a band come in and we'll relate them to, another band and be like, oh, they sound really similar to this. And like thinking it's such a positive thing.
Oh no.
And then people, like, we've chatted with them after and they were like, weren't happy about it. And it was like, no, like, that's a huge compliment from my standpoint.
Hell yeah.
So, but it is funny, like, if anyone ever told me, you're related, you sound like the Dirty Heads or something, I'd be like, oh, sweet, man. Like,
yeah, totally.
That's a huge compliment. Yeah. So thank you. I do appreciate that.
And they're super successful too. So it's like, yeah, dope. That's what we sound like. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. I sound like this like really famous band.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You kind of want to sound like somebody too, because otherwise it's so hard just talking about music without any sort of like analogy.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what do you sound like? You're like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like trash cans and recorded in my mom's basement.
Yeah. Like the Talking Heads having a stroke.
Yeah.
But in a good way.
Yeah.
In a positive way.
Yeah.
So bad.
Well, what was this? What's the process been like? Releasing this music in the current times. I mean, you guys are obviously in both two different locations, and with the COVID stuff going on, it's not really easy to tour. I'm curious as to just what the process has been like in this situation.
Yeah, that certainly puts a bit of a hindrance on any sort of plans for playing live, which is what this was written with the intention to do. So, it's taken a bit of a step, as we mentioned earlier before the recording. Like, both Mark and I work full-time jobs, so we don't have a team and we don't have a shit ton of time to do all the stuff you need to do, I think, if you want to, really promote yourself. So we've been trying our best to, join podcasts or get out there and send some emails out and build an email list and all the good stuff. But it's really a kind of a half-baked effort. And I'm sure you can appreciate like that is a full-time job in itself to try to brand and market your work. So,
oh my God, yeah.
It's insane. So we've been trying, and we put in, I put in like an hour every night or so, or a couple hours here and there, and try to do what we can, submit it to playlists and radio stations and all that good jazz. But it's certainly tough. And we're not the only ones that are feeling it too, right? There's a million other artists doing the exact same thing that we are right now.
Oh my God, it's such a saturated industry, and right now, like all of those different mediums or outlets for that creativity is like gone. So it's like not only oversaturated, but now we're all like using the same exact medium, trying to reach all these different people. So it's wild, man. I feel you.
Question for you. Have you, I know you said you're in a band and you're working on your is it Side Hustle?
Side Hustle, yeah, it's our band, yeah.
Yeah, it's our band.
That's amazing. Have you guys had, or if you have you had any experience with using TikTok as a medium?
Oh
yeah.
yeah, we are currently on TikTok, and I've between the podcast and my personal stuff, and then the band stuff, it's been hard to like balance all that. But TikTok right now is definitely a platform that we're gearing up to really start taking very seriously, just because Sony, I think, signed like a $50 billion deal with them to music licensing rights
That was like
last year.
That was like a year ago.
Yeah, like a year ago. And then something like 86% of the new consumers are discovering music through TikTok. So,
Totally.
you got,
Wow.
yeah, it's wild.
How do you discover music with some lady like just screaming over it, talking about God knows what, but then there's like a song in the background? I'm like, oh, I love this song though.
It just goes to show where people are, where our culture's at right now.
Well,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's the culture of
Yeah.
attention span of the younger generation is
I-
like 5 to 10 seconds tops.
Totally.
I will say though, if you listen to, I can't remember the radio station that's in Jacksonville here in Florida. It's like the pop top 40 or whatever. I'll be on TikTok and like, oh, I keep on seeing someone using this song. 3 months later, it's on the radio,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me that this song got famous from TikTok and now it's on the radio?
Yeah, totally.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
It was actually, I watched for the first time in a long time, I watched like the New Year's Eve, like Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve or whatever. And they brought out all of these performers that from the same thing, their song got famous on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And he comes out and like the first 2 minutes of the song, I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. And then there's that little 10-second click that I'm like, oh,
It's
I've
that
heard this
guy.
song a million times on TikTok. Now I know why he's here.
What's
Yeah.
trending right now? Thundercat, them changes.
Yeah.
And they're doing like,
Oh.
you've seen it like 100 times, right?
Yeah, but Thundercat is so sick.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
he's
awesome.
amazing. Yeah.
Way before TikTok. I love
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah,
For
me
sure.
too. But
It's like my base idol.
Yeah.
and I'm really, really happy that, somebody that's like deserving of it getting, famous or not famous off of it, but like getting plays off of it. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's working for artists across the board. It's working for talented people, but also for not so talented people. But I mean, it's whatever. It's a new medium. It's a new grind. I respect that. I respect that hustle too. I'm trying to like figure out my way, in the band's way into that stream
That's what
of
we should
consciousness.
do. I've already got it figured out. Let's just go to a place where there's a bunch of golden retriever puppies.
Yeah.
Okay, got this.
You've
And then-
already got me.
All right, maybe fisheye lens, 60 seconds, and then just blast our song over it.
Yeah.
And then be like, oh, I love this song and puppies. But I'm
Nailed it.
listening to it.
Yeah. And seriously, be like, play this song over your puppy. And then all of a sudden you're famous.
Start that new trend. Yeah. And
Yeah,
hashtag
dude.
it. Yeah.
You just start some puppy trend or some dance trend or like something so simple, but yet not, because who knows what the algorithm is.
That's the whole thing, right?
I'm with you, man. Couple golden retriever puppies in there.
I was saying
Probably get
that,
famous.
or like maybe just, I don't know, just outsource to a couple of porn stars with big tits.
Yeah.
Maybe they have that
Yeah.
for 60 seconds. And be like, you like this song? Like, I don't know what it is about the song, but I really like it right now.
We have
Yeah.
that song, bro. Bounce could be that song, bro.
Bounce could be that song, but I just think it's funny. We were thinking for the longest time. We reached out to a what do you call it? Not publishing. What is it?
Marketing team.
Marketing team. I was gonna say-
OnlyFans?
Yeah,
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Now that's really how you get your fucking name out there.
Yeah.
You want to get on the top of the fucking bill. You gotta
Yeah.
really sell yourself. You know what I'm saying? But we were talking about hiring. I was talking about hiring an Instagram model and being like, yeah, how much would it cost for you to just say that our album's really good, and see what that would do versus paying a marketing company to do it.
Yeah.
And
Probably smarter move.
right. At
I
this
guess
point,
these days,
like,
yeah,
why
maybe.
not?
Honestly.
Have you guys been messing around with the TikTok medium at all for music and the podcast?
Really, really infrequently. Haven't done enough to be able to say that we've given it an effort. I would like to. I just feel like it's so time consuming to put together these TikToks. So maybe we'll get down that road. But to your point, Billy, we have used a different platform online where you basically, like, I don't know if you've heard of Submit Hub, and you pay and you get credits, and then you could submit to different curators and stuff like that. So we tried one of the influencer ones, I wouldn't recommend it.
You don't
Big
think
waste
it's
of
good?
money.
Really?
Totally.
Well, hang on. But what kind of influencer? Was it like Wayne Gretzky influencer? Or
It just-
it was like
Oh no. It was like all these
Bottom
like
of the barrel.
yeah,
bottom of the bill. All right.
Yeah.
bottom
Alright.
of the bill. A bunch of like Puerto Rican girls that just do like little Instagram stories and they put your song in it and you're like, that doesn't translate to any
Yeah.
views whatsoever.
I would.
Like,
I'd watch it though.
Well, did you guys see any?
Yeah.
Did you guys see any growth at all?
We know what you're into.
Well, yeah.
Billy's into all kinds of weird shit. Let's not get into
To
that
each
though.
their own. You know, don't kink shame.
Yeah.
Don't
We'll have
kink
to have
shame.
a separate podcast to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll come on your podcast and talk about that.
hey, let's do
Done.
that.
Done.
So you guys didn't see any kind of traction from any of the influencer stuff?
No, I don't think so. Not from any of the influencer stuff. No, it was just like super random, like reels, and there's a couple of TikToks, and it's like you don't even really know what they're gonna do before you like send it to them,
Right.
and then they say, "Yeah, we'll do it," and then it was like, I got some 15-year-old kid with a little TikTok of him playing Minecraft and our song playing in the background. It was like, that's not doing anything
like-
for me. So I think Billy's approach, if you like directly message these people and you're like, hey, I'm gonna pay you, play our song and promote it, that's probably a better stab than using a different platform.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, if I could lend some insight that I maybe have, just learned from the course of doing this shit, is I think that you want to just in general stay on brand, so like think about what it is you're trying to communicate with the music and then figure out what your fan base looks like and who they're kind of aligning with, and then find out people in that world. Then your music has a much better chance of sticking to something. If you're just like reaching out to, I don't know, Jenna Jameson or something and be like, hey, can you like just
How old are
shake
you?
your tits on YouTube or on TikTok to this song, like you're not gonna get anything. You know what I mean?
You get something.
You get
With that video,
Probably.
Or you get something, all right.
yeah.
I think that. It's probably a bad bet. But who else?
It's
is
not a
gonna
bad
do it?
bet. You just got to think about it a little bit more, Bill.
No,
It's-
I'm
you know
saying
what I
it's
mean?
bad bet.
Yeah.
It's bad.
If we didn't do it, I mean, like, it's a waste of money because I could see them be like, yeah, watch this album, and it'd be like 2 seconds of it, and then nobody would give a shit.
Yeah. Well, again, it's
Yeah,
gonna be
it's like we're not watching this video for the music.
Yeah,
exactly. That's why it's important to
We're watching it because the first 5 seconds you're wearing clothes, and the second 5 seconds you're not wearing clothes.
Yeah, and they do that cool editing thing where it's like they
Yeah.
jump and then it just all disappears when they jump. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Isn't life great?
Now,
Yeah.
How
You know.
what if we sort of like pitched to playlists for strip club DJs?
Yeah, that's what our music sounds
There
like.
you go.
Have you guys thought about pitching to strip club DJs? Because
No, but thank you for bringing that up.
we're gonna go on a tour,
Yeah.
nationwide tour, every strip club in a small town.
Oh my god! I've always,
Fuck yeah, bro! We got plenty in Jacksonville. Come on down.
Oh, I
be there.
bet. I bet.
I don't.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's greasy, man. I don't want to play a strip club. Are you kidding me?
I'd be
Why
down.
not?
If they paid me the right money, I will play anywhere. Literally, it's my job. So
Who's your demographic?
Yeah, no.
It's not the strippers aren't watching your show.
I'm talking.
Oh yeah, they are.
You're watching theirs.
You're watching
we're
theirs.
watching
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
It's
We'll
not-
play for free, whatever.
Occasionally you lay down and one of them pulls a $1 bill out of your mouth with her butt cheeks. That
Yeah.
sounds pretty nice.
That sounds fucking awesome. I'm in.
All right.
Bill, we do a strip club tour.
Yeah,
Side hustle. You guys want to be our opener, or we can be your opener, or whatever, however want to work.
I was hoping you would ask.
Yeah.
You don't want to be
The
an
Hirst
open-
Brothers and Side Hustle go on a strip club tour.
You don't want to
to
be
the
an
States.
opener at a strip club, man.
Well, that's why they're opening.
I don't want to be the closer.
Yeah, all right, okay.
That's-
Yeah, maybe you do want to be first. Yeah.
if you guys wanna,
Sex jokes.
if you guys want to book the Canadian leg of that tour, we'll handle the U.S. leg of it, and we'll make it
Done.
happen. Dope.
So gross.
Yeah. I do want to talk about the podcast a little bit. How did the podcast come to be?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's a good.
Basically, while like we mentioned, Mark was in school for 5 years, and with Mark and I being super close, we're like already doing kind of Zoom calls every now and then and chatting, and then we're were listening to music and constantly showing each other new indie music, right? So it was like one day just sitting there thinking, like, especially after we released our first 4 songs, nobody listened to them, and the strip club tour didn't work. So we're like, what's the next move? Like, how do we get some sort of feedback here? So then we're like, well, wait, what if we made a podcast? We're just going to shoot the shit like we normally do. We're going to talk for 40 minutes, just like we're doing now. And then we're going to review and listen to 3 brand new songs that neither of us have heard from indie artists. And then we'll like rate them, and we'll keep tally on which ones we rate. And we're like, well, that sounds like a fun time. Let's just record it and we'll release it as a podcast. So that's, yeah.
And then it actually turned out that like COVID worked super well for that, because I was not like physically in school a bunch. So I was home a lot, and there was a time change, and we were like both working from home for a bit. And it was like, great. Like we have tons of time on our hands to do these things.
Yeah.
And I was in a different country. So it was like perfect. So yeah, it just all kind of came together over like a late night bourbon hot tub discussion. And we were like, oh, wow, that sounds like a fun idea.
I'm really into this late night bourbon hot tub thing.
Yeah.
How do we make that
Yeah,
happen?
you would want that.
Yeah.
I've got
That's where the best ideas come from.
Yeah, it's already built into that stripper tour. So don't worry.
Oh, fuck yeah. You put it on the rider. I'm into it.
Club tour. All right, first off. And then secondly, I've got a question about so you definitely started it before COVID? COVID wasn't the catalyst?
When did we start it, Mark?
I think we had been talking about it before COVID.
Yeah.
Because like I was in Ireland like long before COVID. I was there for like 4 years before COVID happened. And like we were always chatting. I think we were talking about it. And then I think like as COVID was starting, it just came into effect of like, hey, this is probably a pretty cool idea, and we'll just see what happens. And we both have lots of time on our hands.
Okay.
So, went with it. But I don't think it was COVID that like kickstarted it. I think it was it provided a bit of the opportunity, but we were already going to do it, and it was just something that gave us the time to do it.
That's so
Awesome.
similar. That's like literally our story too. It's like we go on the road and listen to podcasts like constantly, and then we're like, we gotta start a podcast. I'm like, sure, because we have tons of time. And then March 2020 hit, and we're just like, we want to do this.
Yeah, so now we can start.
We started it.
Yeah,
I guess like for the kids watching at home, like, yeah, just I don't know, just do it, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What I'm interested in your review process, because
Me too.
your website says that there's 100 biscuits. It's a rating of 100 biscuits, and you can account for every one of them. So I need accountability for every 100 biscuits that you guys use to rate these songs.
Yeah.
Easy. All right, let's hear it.
What's a biscuit?
You go to www.thehirstbrothers.com/podcast, and you will find the Hirst Brothers Biscuit leaderboard. So every song that has ever been reviewed has a total tally of biscuits, and they're all held on there. And every biscuit accounted for.
And so we take a song and we rate it each podcast. Sometimes we have guests, sometimes it's John and I, and we'll do coolness and vibe, we'll do sound quality, and we'll do lyrics. Those are the 3 categories. We'll give a rating at a 10, and then 10 biscuits, of course. We'll average it all up, and then we'll put it into like a little processor, and we get out like a big decimal out of 100, and it gives us our total biscuit count.
Oh, okay.
So you guys have an actual like algorithm that you're.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, that's awesome. That's where is there like a software that you're using, or is it something that you've developed, or like what is it?
No, simple division.
He
Okay.
was joking, and I was waiting for you to figure it out, but
I'm not joking.
no,
Microsoft Excel.
the fucking processor.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was a real processor. I was like, you input these numbers and you
It's
just
called an average.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Thank you.
You divide by 3.
Like we add them up.
Yeah.
But it is a process.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is it biscuit?
Now we know why I don't handle the band's budget, guys.
Oh, yeah, I'm the numbers guy. Yeah, for sure. We'll work on means and medians later, but average, that's an easy one. That's 101. Well,
mean, median, and mode.
Yeah, Phew, I forgot about Mode. That's a good one.
Yeah, I can tell by playing,
the
right?
least forgotten. Yeah.
That's a
Least helpful number.
Yeah. I was gonna ask. Oh yeah, Biscuits. Why is it Biscuits?
That's another late night bourbon hot tub discovery.
All right. Wait, but do Canadians they think biscuits are cookies like the frogs over in England?
No.
Okay.
No.
Hope
all right.
not.
No, we think biscuits are the same thing that you guys think biscuits are.
Alright, well, I'll see about that. I had a
He's from
couple
Kentucky. You'll have to excuse
born and
him.
raised. You
No,
want to fight
like
about it?
Yeah, like a little warm, puffy, flaky Louisiana style biscuit, maybe
Yeah.
a little
Alright.
bit gravy.
Okay, so it's North
Sounds
America.
amazing.
But I
Yeah.
had some friends from Wales, England, and they were like,
Oh,
"What's
yeah,
a
it's a
biscuit?"
cookie.
And I was like, "It's a cookie." I was like, "No. Like, have you know what a biscuit is? They don't have that over there." And
No,
they're like a scone, and I was like, "No."
Yeah, no, not a
We had to
scone.
go
no,
to
not a
Publix.
scone.
Yeah, we had to go to Publix and make us some Pillsbury Grants, and they were like, "Holy fuck!" I'm like, "Yeah, you guys are fucked over it."
Not living yet. Yeah. So the biscuit thing was was another late night hot tub situation.
Yeah.
Were you guys just like hungry, and then we're like, we should call it biscuits, or like how they come up?
No, so John and I, when I'm home, we have a hot tub, fortunately, and we go in it every single night before bed. We'll crush a couple White Claws, couple bourbons, whatever we're feeling, wherever the night takes us, and we usually stay in there for like a good hour talking about whatever. And we were talking about the podcast. We were like, this was like peak, like we were putting it into production. We were getting ready to be like, yeah, let's do it. And then we were basically just chatting about like, if we're gonna have a rating scale, like we can't just give them a 96% out of 100. Like we have to be different. We have to try and stand out. We have to give it something. And the first thing that we were just like, all right, easy, out of biscuits. And then we were like, done. That's it. And we
I
just
love it.
went with it. It just somehow it built. That night we got out of the hot tub. We recorded a bunch of like stupid sayings of us just being like, give me your biscuits. And then we, like that same night, every single clip on our podcast is from that same night.
Oh my
that we
god.
recorded those, and we were just like, yep, this is what it has to be. So we continued on with it, and I think it's pretty funny.
I fucking love
You
that.
need units, like I mean, like that makes sense.
You
to
need
me.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We want to stand out. You need something. We
Can't
pick biscuits.
Stars.
All right.
Yeah. Stars is way overplayed at this point, so I like the
Yeah.
biscuits idea.
We changed it up.
We started.
And-
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry to interrupt.
No.
I think one of the like funny points that came from that, I remember being like, is it gonna work? Is it biscuits? And then I was like, dude, well, what's a rotten tomato? And it's like we were all like, well, yeah, it's a movie rating scale. And I was like, what if that's the next biscuit? Like everyone just knows that a biscuit is how we rate music.
Oh my
And like
God.
and I was like, yeah, nobody knew what a rotten tomato was. Some idiot came up with it and was like, yep, rotten tomatoes. And someone's like, let's go with it. And it worked.
Yeah.
So I think we started like thinking, and then
We're on to
that came up, and we were like, yep, let's do it. Fuck it. Biscuits it is.
I love it. We're gonna start fucking promoting you guys on our show. We're just gonna start shouting out biscuits all the
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
that's
dude.
fine. Yeah.
You do whatever.
Fucking-
You could talk about biscuits at any point.
We're gonna shout you guys out
But
hardcore,
it's
and I
out
love
of
it.
out of 100. You said
100 biscuits.
total.
100
Yeah.
total. So who's
You guys can totally adapt it.
all right?
Fucking-
Trademark.
If you
So
start
it's
rating
like-
songs on biscuits, that would be hilarious.
You guys got it trademarked.
No, you
Yeah.
just have to call us out. At least tell us. Yeah.
Yeah, we got you guys covered on that for sure.
It's international copyright law. We're fine.
Yeah,
bro.
we're fine.
Yeah, we're good.
I was gonna say, so who's at the top right now?
Oh, shit.
A fellow named Noah Richardson.
No.
And the thing about our show too is that we're super open about different musical genres. So like each episode is a totally different genre. We've done country episodes, which isn't it's not our favorite genre of music. We've done punk rock, which also isn't our favorite genre. We've done a bunch of indie rock. We've done some hip hop. We've done electronic, like a little bit of everything. But yeah, we had Noah Richardson. I think he's
lowercase letters.
Lowercase Letters is the song, and I
Yeah.
feel like he's a student at Berkeley right now. And just a really catchy, really good song. And yeah, we had a lot of a lot of bourbon and White Claws that day, and we were feeling real generous on the biscuit scale.
But he deserved it.
He
to be
deserves it
honest.
though.
So
Yeah.
Like,
and this,
so there's some high production songs that we've reviewed, and this was like this guy's first tune that he made. He
Yeah.
recorded it himself, and it was like, it was just everything we were looking for on that lovely night, and he won the tally.
Nice.
Some cool songs though.
Hey, Gene, can you hear our conversation right now? Can you make a timestamp on that so we can get this the guy's name and everything, and then we can put the song on our playlist, the bottom of the bill
Yeah,
playlist.
it's super good.
oh yeah,
Yo,
cool.
another personal favorite. I'm not sure where he's at. He might be second or third on the leaderboard now. But it's John, you might know the song name, but the artist is The Great Leslie.
Yeah, they're third.
They're third?
With
Oh,
my hands. Yeah.
you guys got to check out this song. It is so good.
The Great Leslie is the name of the band.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hell yeah. I'll definitely check that out.
Okay.
That was a
And
question.
it's called Out of My Hands.
Out of my hands. Okay. Yeah. We'll definitely check that out.
But that was
So good.
that was the question I was trying to ask. So that makes sense though. So all of these artists that you're reviewing are up and coming new artists, and you're like getting permission from them to
Yep.
play on the podcast.
Yeah, they actually
That's right.
most of the time submit their music to us.
Yeah. I told you that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I told you that.
No. Okay.
Oh,
Does it make you feel good that
No,
you
I
just said that?
because I thought you were like asking how they were able to, they were allowed to use the music.
No, because in my head I was thinking it was stuff that it wasn't submitted. You know what I mean? That it was like things that like new music that you found that you liked or whatever
No.
that you didn't
Oh,
have
no.
permission.
No, we have somebody, like we have a friend that helps us, Doug, that who basically we take submissions, like 99% of it is submissions. Sometimes we'll find someone who will be like, yo, you should submit. And they'll go on our website and they'll submit our song. And then Doug will get formal permission from them. And then Doug will line up the episodes to say, okay, here's a alternative rock episode. And then when Mark and I go in and record and we're listening to the songs, neither of us have heard the song at all.
That's awesome.
And we don't know, like we're reading the bio and we're like, oh, okay, cool. This band, like we've never heard of them.
Awesome.
And it's you know, it's pretty clear on some episodes that we do hear songs that we're like, that's not my personal favorite. Like,
Yeah.
you know, pretty low on the leaderboard of Biscuits.
man.
But
I'm curious.
it happens.
Have you guys gotten like bad
questions.
feedback from that?
I think in the circumstances where, so we try to be very positive. Like if there's a song, obviously like nothing ends up on the show that doesn't meet a certain level of production quality.
Right.
Like there's no like complete trash. Otherwise it's like we like Doug wouldn't respond, or he would just be like, I'm sorry, like you didn't make the cut. But then when there's songs that like just like don't really have it, or for some reason Mark and I are kind of looking at ourselves like, why did this make the cut? This one's not great. We just focus on the stuff that we thought they did a great job of, and then we'll say like, here's what I would change. Like I'm no expert, but I do have a pretty good ear for production and mixing and stuff, and I'll point out like, you know, your frequencies are all jumbled, or like, you know, there's issues with this and this, and the tempo seems messed up. And then we'll try to give like constructive criticism and some feedback so that hopefully they can take that back and not be like butthurt about it.
Now,
I think that also comes from like, you know, we're not going to be dicks to somebody, but at the same time, we don't like all music.
Right.
And our podcast is based from like a general consumer standpoint. Like, I'm not trying to lie about like I'm a musical technician and I know all these, like, especially myself. John knows a lot more than I do about it, and I just tell them how I feel about the song. Like it's just an honest opinion, and you know, it's like, don't get butthurt about it. It's just like, hey, that's my opinion. Maybe there's somebody out there that loves it. So
right.
don't take any of it to heart. Like, it's just, these are two dudes rating a song. Like, you know, at the end of the day, don't get upset about it.
How much of the stuff that you think shouldn't have made the cut that gets in there, do you think Doug is just putting in there to fuck with you guys?
I think he definitely does. Every once in a while, I think he's like, they're getting too good of songs. And he throws in one that he knows we're going to be like, what the fuck?
That's hilarious. Where's Doug at? We gotta get him on this conversation.
I don't know, man.
I'm laughing the whole time because they're always being like, "Oh, we always try to give them constructive criticism." I'm like, "That's probably the most Canadian thing I've ever heard in my entire life." I'm just like, "Yeah, of course," because that makes sense. Like, so we have our own segment that we just started doing, but it's all super copyrighted stuff that we're never gonna get permission to play ever.
Yeah.
And so you just like, and we've been going back and forth about like, oh well, we should be getting stuff submitted and everything like that. But
Yeah, it's one of those where we get concerned with doing like part of the issue that we have when we read write-ups on new music or on festivals or whatever is it's
so
always
positive.
yeah, it's always bullshit. It's always just like that band was just like took everyone's breath away. There was a world-changing event or record or whatever. It's just like no, it's not. And at some point, there's somebody out there that should just get a shitty review. We wanted to give shitty reviews, but we're also scared of the lashback we'll get. So we have to work with a lot of these bands too. So it's like
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we can't be 100% honest. And like I feel like the only way we could is if they're from another country or something like that. Because even so, like you just look like a dick saying bad shit about a musician.
yeah, it's like why even have it on there if you're just gonna talk shit about
But
it?
the only way you don't feel bad is if it's Kanye West or if it's Adele or somebody big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you're never. Everybody
No,
has an
definitely.
opinion.
Has anybody ever like emailed you guys back or responded
like
to
death threats or
yeah.
Yeah, I had one. We got one dude that went off the rails on me on Instagram because I denied. I didn't do it. Doug denied his friend, and then he asked me why it got denied, and I was like, "Well, hold on. Let me ask Doug and see what's going on." So I asked Doug, and then Doug was like, "It's an instrumental." Like the one thing that we have is that it's like you gotta have lyrics and vocals.
That's part of our ratings.
Part of the ratings.
Lyrics.
It's an automatic 67%, bud.
Yeah. Dude, you're taking a hit.
6.6.
You're taking a fucking hit, man.
Oh,
You're gonna be the first 40% biscuit.
But it was like, you know what I mean? This dude was like a real, like, you could tell it was this like progressive math rock style of music that's just like insane and like really, really technical. And then I got back to him. I said, "Hey, listen, there's no vocals on the track. We're not doing it." And then the guy just went off on me and sent me all these like voice notes, and I was fucking laughing my ass off. And he's just like, "Who the fuck are you? You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know shit, blah, blah, blah." And I was just like, "Yeah, dude, you're right.
We're not even judging your song. Like, you just didn't meet the criteria. There's only 3 things.
That's so funny.
That's
Fuck
great.
you want from."
You need music, and you need words.
Yeah.
That's it. Like you missed one of them.
Yeah.
I feel like even when you get to like some sort of level where you're going to be like you have the qualifications to be a judge on all music, whatever, you're looked at as a dick. Like that Drop the Needle guy on YouTube, you know what I'm talking about? That with you don't know what I'm talking about? He does like a review every week, and do you know who Oliver Tree is?
Yeah.
Okay, so he reviewed Oliver Tree, and then they had a Zoom call because he wanted to like be a guest, but it was like a what was it called where they like jumped him or whatever and gotcha, and he just like went off on him, saying like you're just an awful person for calling me Oliver Tree my music bad. And this music is not good.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. But he was just like so adamant about how great it was. But yeah, it's just like you can't, there's no safe spot as a musician to criticize music. There's just not. It's either you're just gonna be a dick and then just accept that, or
or
you just don't talk about it.
Yeah, you just don't talk about it. Yeah.
And no offense to y'all by any means, but give them constructive criticism.
You do your best to pick out the positives.
Yeah. I love it.
It sucks though. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
My favorite part was the ending.
Yeah.
Great song.
Great song.
There's this bit on TikTok. This dude, I think you sent the video to me.
I'm laughing so hard. It's ridiculous.
This dude was like, what was it? The trend was like, name, like call out a mistake that was over, I don't know, whatever, that they missed on a pop tune or whatever. And then so that was a TikTok trend, and then somebody like replied to the video and was like, Right, you'll never guess this song right here. See, at 1 second, it starts like this.
Oh yeah.
And then
That was the mistake.
that's it.
That's the mistake.
It just started. It's like
It should've just-
I loved
Yeah.
it. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
Which,
fellas, can we take a 2-second bathroom break?
yeah, totally.
Yeah, sure.
Totally.
These fucking gin drinks are passing through me. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. We do bathroom breaks all the time with the when we have people in here as well, and then Billy and I just sit there and usually talk shit to each other. But
Wait, are they both taking bathroom breaks? Yeah, it looks like.
they're both taking bathroom breaks. Oh, okay.
Well, anyways, have you been? It's fine.
I'm hanging out.
Maybe we can just edit this part out, I guess.
Yeah.
Can we timestamp it, I guess? Thank you so much.
I'm gonna take a bathroom break too while we're at it.
Yeah, might as well. When we get back, we do bottom of the Billboard. That's what I was trying to allude to.
Yeah, I was trying to get.
Oh, they figured it out though. Like, well, thanks so much for everything, Gene. I swear to God, I'm just amazed still. I just met you 2 weeks ago, and then now it's just this.
Weirding me out because you guys hear it in your headphones. Anton's taking a bathroom break.
Yeah, 1 second, boys.
No worries at all. I feel like I need a catheter for these
Yeah, I want to
long
get some.
style.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I said no worries. I always feel like I need a catheter for these long style podcasts.
How long has it been? Well,
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
43 minutes.
Small bladder.
I don't blame you, bud. I'm gonna get some more ice. We'll be back into it in a second, all right?
Yeah,
It's been fucking fun though, right?
for sure, man. Love it.
Sorry, guys, I had to blow down some rails real quick.
Fuck. I had to change shirts. I'm literally leaning against the fucking heater.
Ooh, I guess.
Sweating bucket. So I went for a cold Michelob.
Nice. I like the mix, bro. How cold is it in Buffalo right now?
Not that bad today. Not at all. But I think like we pretty much get the same weather as Toronto. So I think it's gonna be next week. It's gonna get pretty fucking cold.
I'm from Miami originally, so so when I moved to Jacksonville, even though it's still in Florida, it's like it's like 6 hours north.
Yeah, not that huge.
It's like, but in the difference in temperature though in the wintertime, like to me, we actually get a winter in Jacksonville because it drops to like 2 days ago it was 30 degrees outside. Because I'm trying to say that I'm like I've never experienced that kind of weather before, even 6 hours south of Jacksonville, where you're just like, yeah.
Yo, so my girlfriend's family moved up to this place in like super northern Canada, like more northern than like where Alaska is.
Oh wow.
And I'll I gotta find it in Fahrenheit for you because otherwise it won't add up. But it gets like so fucking cold there at times, like it's like the kind of place where it's like 24-hour darkness in the middle of winter, 24-hour sun in in summer.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
But last winter, so it got to minus 94 degrees Fahrenheit.
That is insanity.
What?
It's
ridiculous.
Like this is a fun observation that somebody made one time. I met this dude when I was on the road, and he said he was from like Montana or some shit, and he was like, back home it's negative 60 degrees right now. So in Florida I feel great. And then he was like, let me reiterate, negative 60 degrees Fahrenheit. It's colder in Montana than it is on Mars at the moment. I thought about that. I was like, bro, that's such a true thing that like negative 90 degrees. How is
It's so cold, man.
That's-
So fucking cold.
Oh,
Your skin freezes if you're outside.
But yeah, like you got to be careful even going outside for like a couple minutes.
I
man.
can imagine. Like fuck that, bro. Dude.
Fuck that. Yeah, fuck that.
30 degrees is bad enough for me. That's about as cold
Oh,
as I'm
yeah.
willing to go.
I would. I don't want to live up there.
Yeah.
What's 30 degrees in Celsius?
It's about 0
No,
degrees
that's
Celsius.
like
In communist numbers?
32. 32 is freezing.
Yeah, 32 is freezing, right? So 0 degrees.
So 30 is like -1.
Yeah, it's right around there. So it's like, and to me, that's way too fucking cold. I was just telling Mark that I was I grew up in Miami, so it was like coming to Jacksonville gets to be like in the 30s and the 20s in Fahrenheit, and so that was just a huge adjustment period for me because it doesn't get colder than like 50 degrees, maybe like low 40s,
Tell
like
about
1
the
or 2
iguanas.
days. Oh yeah, we have iguanas in South Florida, so they freeze like their blood flows, and they actually fall out of trees. They're not dead. They can't move.
They're cold.
So they fall.
Just stoned.
Yeah, they literally stoned, and they just fall out of the trees. So, like the news will like warn you, just be careful. The iguanas falling out of the trees and all
Like,
that
don't
shit.
panic.
Yeah, it's so or like cover your heads because like they're like they can get to be like 40 pounds.
Yeah.
And just dropping out of a tree, that shit will take you out.
Yeah, that'll hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually spent a pretty significant amount of time in Tampa.
Okay. Yeah, I love that area.
Like
course.
Tampa and Sarasota. Our
Oh.
grandparents used to live in those respective places. So we spent a lot of time in Florida.
Yeah, we play a lot in the Tampa area. Actually, I love it over there.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Worst
I've
thing
actually
ever.
always wanted to go to Jacksonville for the golf.
Oh yeah, we have the
Yeah,
PGA
we're
Tours
pretty-
and all that.
Yeah, yeah,
Golf,
we're
okay.
we're pretty big golfers, so love the golf there. I've always
Yeah,
wanted to go.
the
So
PGA championship or whatever in Sawgrass.
Yeah,
yeah, I want to try and make my way up at some point. That's
Players,
cool though.
players, TPC. Sorry, not
TPC.
PGA,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
All right, dope. Well, let's get back to it, guys.
Reintroduce yourself.
Are we gonna reintroduce ourselves?
Yes.
Why?
I'm sorry, reintroduce the podcast for a fade in.
Oh, for a fade in.
Yes.
All right, welcome back to the bottom of the bill, guys. We just took a little bathroom break. So cheers, everybody, hanging out, sticking with us.
Cheers.
Yeah.
We're gonna go into speaking of the music reviews and all that stuff we were just talking about. We just added a new segment called Bottom of the Billboard, and for those who are unaware, each week Billy and I will recommend a song to each other to listen to, and then the following week, the person who picked the song does a quick review. Then the other person who was suggested to listen to the song does their review, and then we judge at the end whether or not it makes our playlist on Spotify called Bottom of the Billboard. So if you know anything about me and Billy, we don't like each other's music at all. So this is going to be an interesting take, and I think I told you guys ahead of time as well. So if you heard the song, feel free to jump in.
Yeah.
Oh, they know what the song is?
oh, yeah, they know the
Okay,
song,
This
yeah.
is great. I was worried.
So the song that I chose for Billy this week is Adele's new single called "Oh My God." So from my perspective, I really enjoyed the production. I'm really big on production value. So I really like that aspect. I think her vocals, she crushes that shit. I mean, like very, very nuanced little things that she's doing with her voice, I think are really cool. I like the arrangement. I like how it's not just a 4 on the floor kind of groove dance song the whole time. It like has movement. And yeah, I mean, I like all the, again, like back to the production, all the effects that she's using, they're using to kind of create this vibe. I really dig it. So that's my quick review.
Right. I don't like this song.
Yeah.
I was waiting the entire time being like, okay, it's an intro, but it's just an intro for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Where are the instruments at any point in
It's
time?
production value.
No, production.
Yeah.
Cool. So that was like a fucking quick take on the fucking vocals for that guy, and then he took a smoke break, and then that's the end of it.
There was a lot going on. I don't think you're listening.
Oh,
Well, you listen to it on a cell phone also.
that's way
We
more
just
people-
we talked about that last week on the show, right? Where cell phone listening to a song on a cell phone is, and then like saying that having like a real opinion on it is basically saying I don't like steak because I ate it when it was like heated up in a microwave. You know what I mean?
I kind of get the analogy, but I mean that's the medium that most people listen to music on.
Okay, well, it's dumb. So
Oh well, yeah.
your review doesn't really count. What do you guys think of the song?
I'm not done with my review still. That literally was just that. Is that's all it is. It's just her singing and then doing like a cacophony of just her melodies over and over and over.
Yeah, really
again.
good melodies.
It's
Beautiful.
It's not.
Yeah,
that,
thank
it's,
you.
It's not that they're bad. All I'm trying to say is that it's just that's it. And so she's like trying to fill all the space up with her harmonies and like backup vocals and stuff. You can't shake your head at me. This is my opinion. First off,
Yeah.
and then secondly, yeah,
I'm shaking my head because you've built this opinion off of a cell phone, off a cell phone speaker. Like there's no production quality
who
there.
plays guitar on that song?
I don't even think there is any guitar in that
That's
song.
my point.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
There's
Well,
nothing but vocals.
Well, let's give some constructive criticism here.
Yeah, sorry, we're terrible with that.
Canada. Yeah, all right. Constructive criticism
eight-
to Adele
eight
like she
biscuits.
needs any criticism.
Here-
8
yeah.
biscuits, that's what he's got. That's
8
great.
biscuits.
For vocals?
Oh, for vocals, that's really good.
There's
right?
100 biscuits
No,
for
no.
vocals because
No,
that's all
no,
there
no.
is.
Honestly, huge fan of Adele's music. She is probably the most talented vocalist, arguably debatable out there. So yeah, man, I love the song. I think it's beautiful.
Awesome.
I've heard it on the radio a bunch. I listen to a lot of radio on purpose to just like find new music, discover
Totally.
new music. And I drive a lot. Like I drive like 45 minutes every single day or to work and back. So like lots of time. Adele is just so popular on the radio and she is crushing it.
Yeah.
And I love her music, honestly. I would listen to zero music and Adele singing for 2.5 minutes.
Well, guess
easily.
what? That is Adele's music.
I know, and it's great.
So,
Just her singing.
I will say that there's a lot of Adele stuff that I don't like because of the fact that everything, like every album that she's released has really been just like the instruments have been this subsequent, I guess more like a support role for her voice, which I like more of the interaction kind of thing.
Yeah.
But this song in particular, I thought was more of the interaction kind of thing. Like there was movement in the groove. There was like all these different colors as far as like production choices that were going on. Like I don't know, there was a lot more going on in this particular song. Not to mention the melodies were beautiful. I mean, like great melody.
Yeah.
You know.
I just felt like it was too much at once at the same time.
What do you think, Johnny?
Okay, so I listened to it. I have not heard this song before. I do not listen to the radio at all. So I didn't know this was out there. But I also listened to it on my really good studio monitors, got the full picture, cranked it up, closed my eyes, listened to it. So I agree with a lot of the things you're saying, Anton. Like I thought I wrote down cool samples, like really unique instrumental. I know there's no instruments on it. Sorry, Billy. But I just thought it was a kind of a unique beat and it kind of took me off. I was like, this is Adele. This is weird. Then her vocals came in and I'm like, okay, classic. She's smashing it. And then the other note I wrote was surprisingly catchy and creative. And I like the contrast. I like the ups and the downs.
Guys,
so that's my take.
Bro, I love you just basically took all that wordy jumble that I said and you just put it into this perfectly described kind of thing there, a review, because obviously you guys do it a lot more than we do.
Yeah.
And I dig it. I dig that. That was dope. Bill, you're the odd man out here.
I'm well aware. I'll seriously, like I'm telling you, just like take out like the I don't know, like it felt like a staircase of harmonies.
Oh, you probably didn't even hear the beat happening, right? Because you were listening on a cell phone, right?
Yeah, no, it was
sub frequency.
Yeah,
so.
okay, you're so much better than me in every way.
Yeah, that's true. We know that.
Because your cell phone is from like Toys R Us.
Yeah,
we all know that.
I'm poor. Sorry.
I have an iPhone 12. I can't remember what it is. It's not awful.
It's awful.
I mean,
12?
like yeah, but I'm doing pretty good.
They're out? Holy shit.
It's the American version. It's
I have
pretty good.
I have
Fuck.
pretty good.
I have the
Fuck me.
I have the LG Velvet. It's like the baseline Android model, but I'm doing what I can, guys.
And it's made out of felt, and so You can't get it wet.
Right.
We're not water resistant. It's
but
water absorbent.
but you guys have to. You guys.
That's my only complaint with it is that they don't is that it's just a myriad of vocals the entire time, and I think that it's
That's what stands out to you because you listen to it on a cell phone.
oh my god, it's so there's other stuff that you like from the production that's not the vocals.
Yeah, totally.
Like what?
If you just take what Johnny just said
Yeah.
and just that, everything that he said was like he described it exactly how I wanted to say it.
Okay.
You know. So, anyways, what do you think? Makes it on the playlist or not?
I really don't want it on there.
You don't want it on there. It's a new current song that could help that could get more visibility on Spotify.
I
You
feel
don't want
like
it
the
on
odd man out. So only because everybody else liked it, I'll say yes.
there? You just you're a kite flyer. You're one of those.
Excuse me.
You just go where the wind blows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put it on. It makes bottom of the Billboard playlist, but like begrudgingly.
Begrudgingly.
Yeah.
All right, I'll make a note on the playlist.
If you could keep it at the bottom.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll put it on there. That's fine. Why would you pick that song? And then secondly, the caveat for all of this is that you want to cover that song?
Yeah, I want to cover that song.
How?
Oh yeah.
You gotta have fucking vision, bro. I'm the vision guy. You just let me do my thing, and then you just hit the fucking keys in the
We
piano.
need 20 Adeles.
No, we don't.
No,
Yeah, you do.
No.
No, you don't. No,
Johnny and I'll be in the back doing harmonies and bongos.
I fucking
you
love it.
guys just feel it.
I fucking love it.
This whole song, it should be called, oh my God, how many harmonies can we put in a song?
Yeah.
That's the song.
Yeah, in parentheses, how many harmonies can you put in the song?
It's ridiculous.
No.
I always thought when Freddie Mercury did that, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then you know what happened in that song? Brian May came out and fucking played a sick ass fucking guitar solo.
Yeah,
It was
so we
amazing.
can do a side hustle version of that song.
Yeah.
All right.
Bill has no vision, guys. I'm trying. It's hard to work with somebody.
No,
who's-
I'm curious.
Whose creative scope is as narrow as a fucking I don't know, a fucking shotgun barrel.
It's about as narrow as your diction.
Yeah.
Your vocabulary is what it is.
That's a good. Yeah, I like that
There you
better
go.
actually.
Sorry. So yeah, it's
Mark it
good
down,
for good for
narrow.
bottom of the
Yeah,
bill.
narrow.
Super narrow. We'll put it on bottom of the billboard.
I'm a much better. I'm a much better writer than I am speaker. Sorry.
Oh, hey, that's fair.
All right, so I want to go on to the next segment. We kind of talked about it earlier, but the concert series that you guys produce for the blind. So you mentioned you have a younger brother who has a condition where he's losing his sight as time goes on.
Yeah.
And that was the inspiration for putting on this concert series.
Yeah. When we wanted to do like our first big concert, like we didn't have any of our own songs. We were just doing like a huge cover concert. Like we probably had like 30-35 cover songs. With me, John singing, I was playing bass, Buddy playing guitar, Buddy playing violin, and then one of my best friends playing the drums. So we're playing these tunes, and it was like we could do it anyways and just play it, and people will come and it'll be awesome. Or we could just turn it into a charity, and everyone gives a little bit of money. We donate all the money. Like, we don't make a single cent off of it. We just take the money, donate it to something really cool. And I think that was like an obvious answer for us. It was like, why wouldn't we do a charity concert versus just a concert? So we've got pretty good feedback on that. And I think it's also just super cool to, support something local, support something that's close to the heart.
Totally.
Yeah. So it's been a lot of fun. And we've been working with Fighting Blindness Canada, which they've been present for years. They're like blindness research in Canada, and we were like their number one funder last year, or something like
Really?
that from our
Wow.
from our charity concerts.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
So it's just really cool. It makes me feel good. It makes me I truly think we'll probably branch out from it, still do charity concerts, but I want a little bit more say in where the money goes. You know what I mean?
It's hard, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, yeah, just like exactly like you said, like it's hard. Like we donated it to a charity,
Right.
And they're doing great things. Like it's a phenomenal charity. It's a cause we care about. But I think like especially anything like medicine related, it's like I know quite a bit about, and I'd like to like put money towards, if we're going medicine related, like let me choose where it goes. Like I want to give it to people that are going to directly impact what I wanted to impact, or we change from medicine all in favor, but I still want to be more specific with the money we raise.
Totally.
Like I want to take it and give it to a cause that I know like exactly what it's doing. Not that fighting blindness is great, and there's no negativity towards that at all, but I want to know like specifically what the money goes for.
Yeah, totally. Well, it's weird with charities because again, like you said, like you don't know exactly where the money's going. There's a lot of overhead that they have with a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
So people get paid salaries and whatever, and then the people that run those charities oftentimes make big salaries, right? And then there's I don't know how it works. It's a 501c3 that you guys started, or is it called? Is it like a different?
It's a different code, yeah,
Okay.
for a nonprofit.
So I know that there's some stipulations that come into play where something like 9% of the earnings have to be designated to the cause. The rest of it can be basically you can take into your own pocket, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, exactly. Like whether I know the speculations of Fighting Blindness Canada or not, I want to be able to take my money and be like 100% goes to this.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's, I think, our next step moving forward. It's like we're going to do another charity. I always want it to be a charity concert, and I always want to take all the money and put it towards, but I just want to be more informed. I want to be like, this is the cause we're fighting, and I'm giving all of the money towards it. So
right.
I think that's the next steps for us. But I'm glad we helped them out. I'm glad it was a huge avenue. It really helped us and them as well. So can't complain. Would never bring them down.
My issue with them is that is the same thing that you would get with any charity that you donate to, is that you do this great thing and we're super proud of ourselves and we do this concert, we raise all this money and we donate it to them, and then they're just like, all right, let's do it again. Like, yeah, you guys are doing it again next year, right?
Right.
Are you doing it again in 6 months? And then they're hounding me to do it again. And it's like, well, no, COVID happened. Like, we did one digitally and we were like, we raised a lot of money in it, but we just felt that it sucked. We were like, I don't like the idea of a Zoom concert.
But they want a digital concert.
They want to really push you to keep doing it because they're expecting that money for next year and then next year and next year. And it's like, I don't want to be part of that rat race. I'd rather just, like Mark said, maybe we find some sort of university program that's studying something
exactly.
and we donate it directly to that student so they can continue working on
just
it's
source it out ourselves.
What about starting your own charity? Like, you know what I mean?
That's what they're saying.
And that's what I'm trying to say. But
well, yeah. So that's essentially with what we're gonna do is like it'll become our own charity, and we designate the money to where we feel like I'm not doing the research myself, but I'm gonna take it and give it to like the direct researcher,
right?
Not a company that hands it off and then maybe whatever. I don't know any money, but let's say $10,000. By the time it gets to the researcher, he gets $2,500. It's like no, I want to give him $10,000. Like, so I don't know what like I don't know the numbers. I don't know what Fighting Blindness takes. They're an amazing company. It has nothing to do with them. They do such good stuff for Canada and blindness. But like me and John, just being well-informed people and being educated and knowing, what's going on. It's like, I want to choose where the money's going.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I want to pick the specific avenue of like, this is the person, we're going to give it to them.
Yeah.
They're going to take all of our cash and research with it. And, that's what I like in charities. And I think, so we are going to essentially try and become our own charity.
Yeah, it's definitely much more important to have control over the situation. It gets weird, right? Like charities, like it's not only they're not only putting that pressure on you to do it again because they want to get that money, but they're like reporting earnings to the government, which is they're getting some kind of thing on the back end because of that. So if they're not getting those earnings and they can't actually pay their executives whatever, or they don't get whatever breaks or whatever the government's giving them, they're not getting those things again if they're not getting those earnings. And if you're their biggest donor, then yeah, they're coming after you for that concert series again for sure. That's a wild thing with charities, man.
I don't have anything to say about it because I've never been charitable. I think.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
I'm
just
just
very
kidding.
selfish person.
It's not even that at all. I never got into that field at all, so I don't know anything about it. But starting my own charity, I don't even know what my specialty would be.
Maybe like a ginger cause or something.
That's a little low right there.
I'm just saying, gingers have problems. You guys can't go in the sun for too long,
I think
right?
it would be for immigration actually.
Billy's okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Make fun of my race, but what's up?
Yeah. My dad's from Cuba, so he likes to make little fun racist jokes against me.
What
it's
was
fine.
mine? What was the one that what was it that you said about me?
That you're ginger in denial.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. Anyways, was it the concert series? Was it just you guys playing, or was it like a bunch of different bands that were involved?
It's just been us. We had like a couple of friends play at the last live one that we did, and then Mark's first band, who like the other rest of the band plays with us anyways, but they had a band that they used in that they played in uni, and they had a bunch of originals, and so we were like, oh well, you guys got to open, so you got to play your songs as an opener. But we are thinking for the next one, whenever that may be, it keeps getting seemingly pushed back and back, but we've met so many cool local bands through the podcast now that it would be super easy for us if we wanted to have a couple of opener bands or whatever. The only thing is, it's like we're so far down now where Mark and I and Adam, our drummer, and we can play for like 4 or 5 hours, right? So, and we have so many songs that we want to do. So I'm like, do we really want to bring in an opener and cut back our set list?
I think we just play for 5 hours.
I think we just want to do it ourselves.
Oh man, you guys are wild. Bill, you going? What are you doing? Oh, he's got okay. Sorry, I didn't know what you were doing. Anyways, that's you guys are wild. 5 hours straight. You guys want to play?
Well, even our last one, I think we were probably up to like 3.5 hours of
no, dude, even more
straight sets.
We start at 7 and then we didn't end until like 1 o'clock. We take breaks like every 5-6 songs. Like we'll take a break.
Oh, I just mean straight
beer, and then
I mean like straight music. Like we were probably like close to like 3 hours.
Okay, I
like
see.
3 hours of like straight music.
I see. Okay, yeah. So you were taking breaks and stuff.
Yeah. Like so, and our next we definitely have way more tunes now. We've been practicing a bunch, but what's cool is like we do like sets where we have this all planned out, but we do like, okay, we're gonna do a 5-song Beatles set. And we're going to go in, we're going to get dressed up in Beatles gear, like, fake bowl cut wigs, yellow glasses. I got myself like a Hofner bass.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You like come in, do a 5-song Beatles set, go back, totally change. All right, now a 4-song Eagles set. Like we just shred Eagles. And then it's like, we like to keep it mobile,
I love that idea.
Like we're not going up for like 2 hours and just like playing a bunch of covers. We try and group it into very specific, like, oh, this is, then we'll do like a funk set. We always have a funk set, which is super cool. And we also try and play it out to like how the night's going. Like we start off, what do we want to start with? And then it's like, yeah, obviously we want the funk set late in the night because people are dancing now. And it's like, so it's really fun with that regards. We get to not only lay out a set, but we're trying to pick out like specific genres and place them in because we do everything. Like we do a country set, we do a funk set, we do a rock set. We like Eagles, like So pretty cool. I like that stuff.
That's
I
fucking
think
awesome.
we'll keep doing that.
That's super cool, man.
I like that idea. Make a cover show. A little
And we
bit
got
less
costumes for
boring.
all of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what makes it
costumes
so
too.
cool.
I'm part
It's
of
like
it.
every set's like a different tribute set, and then like
Yeah,
you do, it's
yeah.
like super cool. How do you guys make rehearsing and all that work with you being in Buffalo?
Yeah, so I've recorded like backing tracks per se, like set lists to a click with actual backing tracks, and then I'll record the full song myself, and then so that's how I practice, and then I'll remove the bass, send it to Mark, and then he can practice through the sets, and then I'll remove the drums, send it to the drummer, he can practice. So digitally we all have like a set list file that we can press, and it'll go through all the songs and like the transitions that go between them and how they blend into each other, with the hope that when we go to do maybe 1 or 2 rehearsals before the show, like we all know our shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
but
what I
it
hope.
actually
Like-
happens. Like
Yeah.
it happens.
Actually
pretty
works out.
cool. Like I was home the other week, and what's cool is like it also means we don't need all the members. Like, so I was home the other weekend, and we were like, let's bring all the gear. Let's have a jam session. We didn't have a drum. Okay, put the drums back in. You know, we just like click it, put the drums back in. And then me and John sat at home. We after the late bourbon hot tub, we played music for like 3.5 hours, and it was like we just jammed every single song front to back, and it was super cool because like I know them, John knows them. They're to a click track, so it's not like, oh, when are we gonna end? It's like it's so specific.
yeah, I got you.
That we're able to nail these covers like pretty seamlessly, like even not being together.
That's
Like
all.
we know what to expect, and it sounds super cool. And then we're always just surprised when we're with each other, and it's like, oh, that sounds way better than like the cover, the random recording kind of thing. Like it always sounds super cool.
Totally, that's awesome. Well, that's a very creative way to not only practice like your playing and your set list, but I mean on the production side of it, who's making the backing tracks?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, so you're probably like working out all your editing chops and like
Oh
just
yeah,
Totally.
that's dope, man.
Totally.
Dude,
Fully
John-
recording everything.
John also drums it, basses it. Like John plays every
Oh, so you
instrument.
actually play all the instruments too. Like
Oh,
you're
yeah,
not just
yeah.
like MIDIing the stuff.
No, John's like the most talented musician, and then we play our parts where they fill in.
Stop.
Stop.
Stop
it's
it.
too
Okay, keep
much.
going.
Stop it.
So much.
No,
so much
John
constructive
creates, but John creates these backing trackings, and they're phenomenal.
That's awesome.
And then we'll add in like small pieces like from the internet that are like, oh, with this horn.
If I need like a
something,
synth or a horn section,
you know, whatever we need, we'll find it online and add it in.
So
Sorry.
It creates pretty cool backing trackings.
have you guys thought about creating like a YouTube channel for your backing tracks?
for karaoke.
Or for
settings.
karaoke, or just for, or even just like for people like me, like sometimes I'll be working stuff because I do a lot of
Yeah.
practicing, and sometimes I'll be working stuff out, and I don't want to play along to the song, so I'm trying to work it out,
Oh shit.
and then so I use backing tracks a lot on YouTube to specific songs, or even
That's
just
actually a good idea.
even
that's
just
a
a chord
money
progression.
maker right there.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Even
yeah.
even just the chord progressions, I'm trying to like work out ideas over, you know, learn how to play over, and then but if you look at the plays on those backing tracks, you're talking like in the millions. Some of these because
Just to figure it out.
yeah.
You could
so
do standards and like it'd be like standard maple. What's it called? God damn it! I can do jazz. What's it
yeah, you
called?
don't know shit about jazz.
No, like
Anyways,
put one of those songs and then it'd be like without drums, without bass, without keyboard.
Yeah, totally.
Like
It's
that.
it's actually super helpful. Like that's how I learn. Like John sends me these and he goes without bass, and then I'm like, cool. Like I'll look up how to play it, and then I'll put it to the piece.
right?
And it's much better than like playing it with the bass in the song.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear someone else's bass. I want to hear my bass.
It also
So-
it also forces you to kind of learn the part because you don't have you don't have it to lean on when you fuck up. So it's like
yeah.
you know, it's like it's
It's actually a good idea.
This isn't already a thing.
no, there are backing tracks.
Because,
I'm
like,
just
we
I
saying.
think it is a
We
thing.
can
It's-
make a lot of money.
It's definitely a thing. I'm just saying that it's also one of those things because it's social media that there is no the competition it doesn't really matter. So you guys can like upload your tracks and still get tons of plays on them and then monetize the whole thing. I don't know. That's my brain always just goes to that shit.
Yeah, no, that's a
but my only thing though is that you run into the whole rabbit hole of copyright, right? Like I don't own the song,
right?
So, and even when I've posted covers before, or like, okay, here's me, ripping a solo from an Eagles song, and then it gets taken down and copyright flagged and demonetized, and you're like, all right. So like, I think it's a cool idea, but I don't know what hoops you would have to jump through to be able to do that, because I feel like I'd put all the effort in and put them online, and then they'd get taken down, and I'd be like,
No, that shit's real, bro. And I had a friend, and speaking of the Eagles specifically,
I hate the Eagles, man.
They take everything down.
Everything down.
Eagles,
they're
my goodness.
They are motherfuckers,
Eagles,
man.
But there's it's my favorite band ever, man.
That's from the Big
And then they
Lebowski.
just fuck you. Dude, me and John, at the last concert, we love the Eagles. I'm the biggest fan ever. We shredded.
Yeah.
Absolutely shredded Hotel California.
Bro.
Like front to back. John destroys the solos. I've got the bass line like pretty slick. It's like a real clean bass line.
It's a great bass line.
Yeah, it's a great bass line. It is a great bass line. Yeah. And it's like, dude, upload it, taken down.
Of course.
Like, how are we supposed to debut our talent?
Yeah. Bro, they don't like the Eagles, like that band specifically, but they're motherfuckers with that shit. My friend did an entire like similar.
But it's not the Eagles. It's not.
No,
it's not.
No. It's specifically them. Like they are motherfuckers about it. They are.
They've got people that they pay for people to do it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get to that in a second.
It's not Joe Walsh coming on YouTube and deleting us.
No, but it is. But
Joe Walsh can't find YouTube.
Yeah. Sure knows his way around a fretboard though.
No. Oh yeah. Best guitar player ever.
And a rolled up dollar bill.
Yeah.
Bro, like the thing with them specifically is like they're like they're not the ones reaching out on behalf like YouTube or they have representation obviously, but at the end of the day, like they tell the representation what they want. So the Eagles, specifically are really bad, but it's also every band like pre-streaming period because they all got a fucking chip on their shoulders about streaming.
I feel like
it took away so much of their it took away so much of their income, and like they don't. So like for them, it's like no, I'm not even gonna give you the opportunity to split half of your royalties on YouTube with me.
Nah.
It's like it all goes away because fuck you.
I feel like
I know, but the Eagles are like billionaires.
I know,
dude. You don't need my fucking $3.
Yeah.
I'm saying
that's why they broke up. Was because they couldn't agree on royalties and rights amongst the band members. They fucking hate each other because of I wrote this song, I should get the credits. It was all about money for them. That's why
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they had so many problems because even in the Eagles, like certain people sing different songs and certain guys wrote different songs.
Right.
And they could never agree on which songs to put on an album and who got paid and who got splits of royalties. Like it's been a constant struggle for the Eagles.
That's why we just do fucking 25% across the board, bro. It doesn't matter who wrote what or who did what. It's like for us, it's just like we all just get 25% of the song.
You do.
Call
it's
like
25%. Doesn't matter how many people are in the band. It's 25%. And then just don't talk about it.
Yes, don't talk about it.
See, I get 100% of $0.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
100% owner.
It's always divided by 0. Figure that out in a calculator. Just says error real big.
Have you kind of not off topic, but I wanted to ask about the podcast real quick because I'm just curious. Have you guys made like good connections? Has it helped you guys like professionally and creatively in any way?
Yeah, we've made some super cool connections and friends, and there's people that I talk to all the time through the podcast. The last single that we just released features an artist, Bread Couch, who we met through the podcast. We reviewed one of his songs, like episode 5 or something, or 3. So collaboratively, it's been awesome. I've had some people where I can pitch stuff to them and like throw them a mix and be like, yo, how does this sound? But yeah, that's about it. Otherwise, like we haven't tried to monetize the podcast at all. Our thing was like, if we can get some free shit, like that's cool.
Yeah.
So we've gotten we've done a few sponsors. So the video that came out, that whole thing was shot and filmed at a recording studio here in Guelph, and so we got all of that time and all of their support for free just by sponsoring them from an episode.
Fuck yeah.
And then we also got some sweet
and the straps.
We got these dope custom guitar straps from some dude in the States that makes them out of retired fire hoses. And he gave us the free for sponsoring his episode.
Straps.
If you want one, you can use a discount code Biscuit Time. I'm sure it's still
They're so cool.
Biscuit Time. We'll put that right at the bottom here.
No, best straps there are.
Really?
Straps.
Oh yeah, because they're so it's a fire hose. Dude, it's not gonna break on you. It's firm.
I have to.
And he'll put whatever logo you want. He'll dye it whatever color you want. He puts whatever. It's incredible.
I have to. I'm contractually obligated to push back on this because I am endorsed by a local strap company here in Jacksonville. Carmardon.
What if we do a strap swap?
Oh, let's do I'm down to do a strap swap.
Can you send us a free strap and we'll send you a free strap?
Well, I don't get free straps. I just get them for cheaper.
Straps on straps.
So
I don't think we do either. But.
Oh yeah, so we could do a swap. Then I'm down.
All right.
I could use a strap to start making a keytar.
No, you're not doing guitars in the band.
You have to do a guitar.
Thank
No,
you.
yeah, I'm with you.
Why won't you let me be Billy Joel?
Because you're Billy Begley, and I love Billy Begley. Right?
Let me be Billy Joel for
I don't
a
like Billy Joel that much.
Let him be Billy Joel.
Let it be. That's one of my favorite albums by Billy Joel.
Yeah, no, Billy Joel's Billy Joel's incredible. He's playing in Buffalo soon.
Oh, he
yeah?
is?
He's
Man. Buffalo has
Got
some
it.
insane bands coming through.
It's still
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah. Okay.
Empire State of Mind, bud.
We should try and get Billy Joel to send us free tickets for plugging him on our show.
Yeah, man.
Please.
Yeah. We'll have our people reach out to his people.
Yeah. And by our people, I'll send him a message.
Yeah. I was hopping his DMs on Instagram real quick. Like, hey, bro.
All right. Question for you guys.
Yeah.
Best live concert you guys have seen.
Oh,
And not openers. I don't just the ones, the people that you've gone for.
You know what? What? You want me to go first?
Yeah,
Is it
I
gonna
know
be the
it's
same one?
no, it's not gonna be the same one, but I know what you're gonna say.
Ours might be
Okay,
the same one.
so I've got two, and I guess maybe just because my memory is like a goldfish, and I kind of forget stuff. But so these have been recent. I saw Thundercat at Ponte Vedra Concert Hall, and it's like a 500-person cap in there.
I'm so jealous.
But okay, so he was incredible. The crowd was god
I
awful.
love him. Was he wearing his Detroit jersey?
No, he wasn't wearing a Lions jersey. I can't remember what he was wearing at all because it was so far away. Because it was one of those shows where no one's gonna let you get in front because they're he's super popular now, and everybody's just on their cell phones waiting for him to play a do-rag.
Yeah.
The whole time. But my favorite part about it is I think he kind of knows that now, and then he was just like, fuck all y'all, I'm playing a fucking insane abstract jazz ridiculous bass concert the whole time.
He's so cool, man.
And everybody else,
he's the coolest guy ever.
everybody else that was there was just kind of mad that it was happening, and I'm just like, fuck yeah, this is amazing. But that was bad. But I think honestly, one of the best live shows that I've seen, besides that one, was just recently too, was the Wood Brothers.
Yeah.
And I'm not even trying to say it's Americana for sure. I mean, it's not everybody's style, but that show was perfect from front to back.
Yeah, it was also a great experience for us in general because we played that festival with them.
Nothing's better than free.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And it was also the backstage experience.
Free?
Yeah.
For free?
Yeah. For free.
Well, we didn't play for free. Anybody who's trying to throw a festival, we're not free. But we got to be there and hang out and shit and the backstage. With all the bands are on there, and then on top of that, the Wood Brothers putting together just such a great show. From front to back, the songs were flawless, and the production quality was just great.
I don't know, maybe it was the weed, but it was just so good.
The weed?
Yeah, I was from smoking.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was just really, really good.
You smoking that devil's lettuce?
Yeah.
Billy likes to get stoned. He's a heathen. What are you gonna do?
I smoke weed now.
Yeah.
Anyways.
What about you guys? What are your favorite concerts?
John, you want to go first?
Yeah, it's hard to pick. Like, if I always like resort to, and same thing as you, Billy. Like those smaller atmospheres where it's like 500 people or less. Those tend to be the best and most standout-ish. I saw my favorite. I mean, I'm not going to say two. Shaky Graves is fucking unreal. I've seen him 3 times.
Hell yeah.
Every time has been absolutely mind-blowing. But my absolute favorite artist and band is John Butler Trio.
Fuck
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw them. I saw them at Massey Hall in Toronto with like 300 people. I was like 3 people from the front. It was unbelievable and hands down the best concert I've ever seen, the most talented guy I've ever seen play live, and he sounds exactly like every album that he's ever made.
Bro,
He's incredible.
I saw him in
So cool.
I saw him in St. Louis one time, and he absolutely fucking crushed.
I saw him.
And-
Yeah, he's insane.
He's really good.
He's great, man. I actually
He's
cover
insane.
his song "The Gov Did Nothing."
Oh yeah,
Right,
yeah.
Fucking love. We used to cover it as a band. We used to do a pretty cool version.
That's a
of it.
good one, man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's cool.
Speaking of
We have a
Mass-
John Butler set for our next concert.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
What-
3 songs.
Fuck yeah! What songs are they?
Daniela, Better Man,
Okay.
and Funky Tonight.
Hell yeah! It's a good set list.
And I got a
Yeah.
12 string mic'd up with 2 separate pickups on it, so I can blend them both. I've pretty much got the same fucking
Yeah,
setup.
we're gonna shred.
So there's
Oh,
no
man.
reason why I shouldn't be just as good as
Are
John
y'all,
Butler.
you're all
right?
gonna dress up like him, like he's hasn't
Yeah,
had a
I'm
shower
Just
and-
gonna try and do
for
some
like
dreads.
a week or whatever.
We're just
yeah.
not gonna shower for 3 weeks. You'll be fine.
That's what I thought
In
when I
fairness,
saw him.
I am
"It's a
looking
homeless
into-
man."
Don't know if you know this, but I am actually looking into one of his tactics is he glues on fake nails on his picking hand.
Yeah, he does that.
And like I shred hardcore on the 12 string to practice his songs, and your fingers get just completely wrecked.
yeah,
Dude.
Like I can't keep fingernails.
That
so
or you have to
actually-
wear those little like you're playing a harp.
yeah.
Those
Not wearing
fake little
fucking things.
plucking nail. Yeah, that's why I would just glue.
Oh,
them on.
those things. No, yeah. I'm actually considering just for the one show gluing some like acrylic nails on my hands so that I can fucking do that.
Get
That'd
your
be
As
nails
long as we
did,
can
whatever.
paint them first.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a new style now.
Glow in the dark.
Yeah,
Paint them.
done.
Yeah, glow in the dark.
What was I gonna say about Massey Hall? Oh yeah, so one of my favorite bands of all time is from Y'all City, is Broken Social Scene, and they're about to play like their 20
Oh,
year
yeah.
20-year
Ooh.
anniversary at Massey Hall.
That's cool.
Nice.
But I saw them play in the same place where I saw Thundercat about 2 or 3 years
I
ago.
remember you going to that.
It was that honestly, the show wasn't that great, but it was just one of the best days of my life.
Yeah.
Seeing
cool.
the most like indie rock band of the 2000s, whatever.
I think one of my favorite live shows.
Yeah, Anton, what's your favorite live show?
I can refer to 2, I think, also, and I'm gonna preface this first one by saying I am not a Fish guy.
That's
Okay,
a
I'm not
good
not
show.
not big on Fish. However, probably one of the best live experiences because the level of improv jamming that happens, that's like expert level that nobody can
Yeah.
actually reach because it's just 30 years of playing together and having all these different things happening over the course of 30 years, like creatively, that they can just fall back into these things and they all know where they're going to go next and how interactive it was with the crowd. That the crowd is actually a part of the improv, which is just insane to me. Like I don't know. It was an amazing experience to see that.
That's so cool.
I've seen a lot of jam bands over the years, and they figured it out.
Yeah,
You know.
that's sick.
Um,
That's super cool.
but probably one of my favorite shows I've been to of all time. Bill, you're gonna love this one. Is Dave Matthews
Of
Band.
course it fucking was.
Yeah. I'm a
Jesus
huge Dave
Christ.
Matthews fan. Sorry, I know everyone hates that, but that
I like him.
oh, you like
I
him?
like
Awesome,
Of course, Dave Matthews is the man.
bro. It's so fucking like and live. Oh
His
my
name
god.
isn't Dave. Oh, no, his name is Dave.
I don't care what his
That's right.
name is. His
Yeah.
name could be Matthew.
Yeah,
The guy's name is Dave Matthews, the band.
so fucking talented, bro. Like and Carter Beauford, the drummer. Oh my god, man, just
Yeah.
a fucking animal.
We seen them. We saw them.
Yeah.
Remember they
Yeah, we
opened
did.
for Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah,
Really?
we did see them.
They
Yeah, we
opened.
saw him. For Bruce Springsteen, we saw him. It was super cool.
No, I
Wild,
would
man.
kill to fucking see the boss. You kidding me?
I saw him when I was in 6th grade. That was a good show too. My dad.
That's
so
super
weird
cool.
thinking of you liking the boss in 6th
Yeah.
grade.
I was an old man. I'm an old man. What about you, Mark?
Yo.
What was your favorite show?
Yeah. Do you guys know Shaky Graves?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I was in Ireland and I was fortunate enough, like once you're over there, traveling is like super cheap, right? Once you're in Europe,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can fly
totally.
anywhere for like $30, whatever. He was coming to Ireland and tickets cost $150.
Oh my God.
So I was like, that's excessive. I don't know if that was the way. I look online, Belgium. He's going to Belgium. Tickets cost $15.
What?
And I was like, what the fuck? So I look up, what's a plane ride to Belgium? $30. And I'm like, all right, what's an Airbnb to Belgium? $35. And I'm like, all right, so for like significantly less money, I'll just fly to Belgium, have an Airbnb, watch Shaky Graves for the night, and I'll go home. So that's what I did.
And that was the best concert of your life?
Dude, I went to a Shaky Graves concert. There was, I would say, maybe 20 people there.
What?
Wow.
20,
I could
20, 30, 20, 30 people.
I could
It's
see
in
that.
the
Belgium.
heart of Belgium. The like 20, 30 people.
I could
That's
see
it.
that though. It's a hard.
I was, dude. Me and Shaky Graves were like drinking beers. We were hanging out. We were talking while he was on stage.
That's dope.
There was like legitimately 20 people there, and it was like, and I watched this as like the peak of his like albums, and I watched it live right in front of it.
That's amazing.
90% of the show was when he, like he has a band now and he's got his albums. This was like 90% of the show was him with his kick drum and his guitar.
That's awesome.
And I sat there in front of him talking to him the whole time. It was by far the best show I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's awesome, man.
Second one in Dublin, probably like 500 people. I saw Ben Howard.
I don't know who Ben Howard is.
Me neither, sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a wicked acoustic guitar.
Oh my
Does a
goodness.
lot of finger picking. He's really, really good.
Okay.
It's like a London from Europe. The guy's phenomenal. You guys should check him out.
Yeah,
that's an intro because I don't need to explain anymore. If you don't know Ben Howard, check him out. He does some incredible finger picking acoustic, and then it blossomed into like a full band spectrum. And I think he's coming like back more to it now. Super cool.
Awesome. I'll definitely check that out. Ben Howard.
It's super cool guy. I'm surprised. Lots of old stuff. He plays in like some really weird tunings, like GCG, GGCG
Gotcha.
kind of thing. Like super, like picking tunings. It's cool. You'll like him.
That's
You'll
awesome.
like him. Check him out. Check him out.
I'll definitely do that.
I saw him play in Dublin, and it was phenomenal. There was like thousands of people, and it was incredible.
That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely gotta check him out because I'm really into that kind of stuff. Which actually,
Yeah.
I wanna take back one of my shows, and there's a show. I'll take it.
Which one are you gonna take back?
I'll probably Dave Matthews one.
Okay,
it
that's
was
fine
it was
with me.
amazing. But do you guys do you guys know Rodrigo Gabriela?
Yeah,
No.
They're
Writing it.
they're like
I do.
They're like a Latin kind of flamenco thing, but a much more aggressive take on the genre. It's
Dude,
pretty.
it's
It's
so cool.
It's so cool. And I saw them
Yeah.
when I was still living in South Florida. They were playing at the Fillmore in South Beach, and I remember it was like $50 or whatever, and none of my friends knew who they were. Nobody wanted to come with me, so I bought the tickets. I bought a ticket for myself, and I just drove down to South Beach and just watched them. And they had just hired this band like from Cuba. The band had played with them maybe one or two shows, completely like not rehearsed or anything. And all of a sudden, like it's a dark room, a big theater, and like the background music's playing, and then you have like all of a sudden by the Pot by Tool comes on as background music, and then you watch like the band comes up. It's like the whole horn section, percussion section. They all start to come out, and you're like, okay, this is weird. And then you start to see the percussionist starts to play along to the song, and then over the course of the next minute or so, the entire horn section is playing that riff, ba-da, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da, like that whole bass line in the song. And then before you know it, Rodrigo and Gabriella both walk out, and the entire band's out there playing this Latin flamenco version of The Pot by Tool. It was like, and then so the whole fucking show was amazing from beginning to end. So I want to take back my Dave Matthews show and put that one in there as one of my favorites.
That's fine, and that's always acceptable here.
All right.
Yeah.
So, lead on question. If you were going to see a band play tomorrow, what would it be?
Oh, that's a great question. I like that one.
Any band?
Any band ever? Like, or just
Dead or alive?
No, dead or alive.
Oh my God.
Any band, if you were going to see one tomorrow, or, well, I don't know, whatever day that you have the next day off.
Man, that's such a hard question. It might be what's the fucking
Side Hustle.
Side Hustle, yeah.
The Hirst Brothers?
Yeah, the Hirst Brothers. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, obviously Hirst Brothers first.
Fortunately, they opened for Side Hustle.
Yeah, they opened for them. Yeah.
2022.
Our international tour, both ways.
Strip club tour. Let's do it. We're doing it.
Yeah. It's a pro and a come on.
Yeah. What's the man? I can't believe I'm drawing a blank right now.
It's Elvis.
No. What was the prog band from the '70s with the flautist Ian Anderson?
Jethro Tull.
Yes, Jethro Tull. Jesus Christ, I'd probably go see them.
Jethro Tull, really? I was just joking. You seriously? That's your
I'd
band?
go see them. Yeah,
kidding
they're
me?
so amazing, man.
I've always wanted to go see The Dead with Jerry.
I'd see that show too.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And then also, I also want everybody, almost like the coming of Jesus, like he's going to return from the dead for one day, and then it's like 2 to 30 million people at a show. And I want to be at that show.
Yeah.
That would be an amazing show.
Yeah, I'd go see that show.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
That's cool.
What about you guys?
Me too.
What about you guys?
Mark,
John?
I'm still.
Yeah, I'll go. Okay, like a million bands. My favorite band of all time is the Eagles. So, like, the peak of that Hotel California, like, series of them, I think that would just be unbelievable. But if I was to choose something more, like, to think about all options, think about everything, I think now I want to go see Greta Van Fleet.
I've seen.
You could go see Led Zeppelin too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I love Led Zeppelin, and I also just love Greta Van Fleet's songs.
Yeah.
I think they're beautiful. I think I know that they're very similar, but like, I think that the songs that they write are super catchy and super cool. And I like that they're young, and I like that it's exciting music, and I would love to see it live, because I think, I don't know his name, but the main singer.
Robert Plant.
Dude, no, that's Led Zeppelin. Oh yeah, Robert Plant, the lead singer of Greta Van Fleet. I think that guy is I don't know his name, but dude,
he's got a weird name. I know
that guy's incredible, and I think that would be a very and that's why I
played here before. I've seen them.
Josh.
They played in Dublin too, and it was like it was too expensive. I couldn't go see it, dude. Like, I think that would be a very cool show, because they are people that will go down in history eventually, and they're early in their career.
Yeah,
and I would like to see them absolutely shred a show.
It'd be really
cool.
cool.
They are so cool. And I would love to see them play. Yeah, they're brothers and a friend, and it's like, dude, their music is incredible. buddy that shreds the guitar is so good. I don't know their names. But,
It'd be really cool if the singer went off, did like a cool bluegrass project with Alison
Oh,
Krauss.
You know what I mean?
And did the whole thing.
That's what I'm
Man.
thinking too. I think it's calling is bluegrass.
okay, that or you guys may or may not know Billy Strings.
Yeah. Yeah,
are
I
you
love Billy
joking?
Strings.
That fucking guy is the coolest guy in the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's ridiculous, man. That
He-
dude's a fucking...
Hands down. So I want a combo of Greta Van Fleet, Billy Strings.
Y'all got to get down to the South. I've seen them both, man. It's like they'll come here all the time.
You saw Greta Van Fleet?
Yeah, they were at Rockville.
Oh,
the same
okay.
day as the Foo Fighters and all
coming.
them.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
We're coming.
I want to take
I'm
back.
just working my way down. I'm in Buffalo now.
Oh, there you go.
Only-
Yeah,
only
you're
a
just
couple-
in Buffalo.
just a
That's
few
like the
thousand more miles.
northernmost city in fucking the United States. But
Well,
Hey,
you're
it's
on
a
your
start.
You're
It's a
on
start.
your way.
uh,
I almost
start.
want to take it back, and you know who I'd really want to see, but like almost like the Blue Jay listening room or something like that. Fucking Hank Senior, man.
I'd see
Are
that
you
show.
kidding me? Hank Williams, whew.
Yeah.
Like a whole like little spectacle and everything like
Yeah,
that.
I'd see that
And then
show,
also
too.
get fucking hammered with them.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
there's
so
so
many.
many.
Okay, all right. If we're adding into the conversation, getting hammered with them after, that
yeah.
changes my whole perspective.
Yeah,
I'm not
you're right.
talking about Billy Strings.
I would maybe like Van Halen or something by that point.
Fuck yeah. Are you kidding me? I would kill to see Van Halen. I never got to see Van Halen either.
Yeah. What about you, or Johnny? What about you, man?
I don't know. I'm trying to. It's way too hard. I was like, it'd be cool to see Prince, but then I
Oh,
never.
yes.
Like I don't.
Yeah.
Know, he's got so many songs that I don't even know. I'd still be sick of him.
Peaches.
You just got to listen to his first two records. That's all you need. Everything else, everything after his first
Right.
two records sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, and then, Controversy. That album is like front to back. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a good album, but his first two
Yeah.
records. Anyways.
And then Chicago.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
love Chicago. Back in the day when these guys were touring hardcore,
That
I watched their
horn
documentary
section.
too. The horn section, they're all amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
incredible.
But they
That
had
It's incredible.
That
a
was-
phone booth in the middle of the stage,
Yeah.
and there was like a giant bowl of cocaine, and they'd be in the middle of a song, and dude would just like put the trumpet down, go there and like smash his face in the cocaine and come back out all powdered,
Like Tony.
and then go right back to playing.
Yeah,
That's
and
probably my
right
favorite
into the
story
horn
ever.
section.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite story ever.
Chicago.
Chicago.
Really?
They are
Yeah, dude.
so
These guys
cool.
toured like every day. I think they're one of the top
Dude.
touring musicians. They toured for like 20 years, and they were
That just
still
opens a whole high. Like you go see the Doors, the Who.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
then you're getting into like pre-death.
Yeah.
If we're talking about the Doors,
I'm about to die just thinking about how they partied.
Yeah. Well, at least Jim Morrison.
So
He was a
hard.
dick, though.
Well, he
I
might,
wouldn't
he
want
might be
it-
alive.
I
though,
wouldn't even
know.
want him
So
anywhere near my house.
The jury's still out on
I'd
whether or not
take
he's
him
dead
in.
or not, right?
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Well, he's probably.
I would
dead now.
gladly, if he is alive, I would take him into my home.
Really,
Yeah.
you're a wild man.
He'd be like fucking in
Why
his
not?
80s right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he'd be old,
can't be
yeah.
that wild.
Yeah, you're right. He's got to change some diapers, maybe, but
Woof.
Easy, dude.
easy. Yeah, I mean, man, there's so many fucking bands. I mean, I'd go see Genesis too. Like, I mean, there's like all these like this.
Yeah,
it's
Phil Collins is the man.
fucking Peter Gabriel too, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
fuck
just
yeah.
just so many bands. But I'm curious. Before we move on to the unpopular opinions, what was it like coming up in the Toronto scene? Is there like a good music scene there?
Yeah, well, we're from a smaller town outside of Toronto, so we like kind of try to stay away from the city as much as possible. Toronto's massive.
Yeah.
right? Like a lot of people don't. If you haven't been there, you don't understand. Like it is a huge city. Like I don't even know how many people. There's like 35 million people in Toronto or
Good
something.
lord,
Really?
3 million?
That's like
35
10
million.
times less. So
Yeah.
somewhere between that.
Hey, Gene.
Somewhere in the middle of that.
We got Gene looking.
I thought we were
got
at
Gene
3.
on it.
3 million. My bad.
3
35
million.
is
I
Canada.
thought Canada's 35 million.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's say.
Okay, 3
Well,
million.
Canada's
pretty much
35 million
90%
and
of
Toronto's
Canada.
3.
Yeah, almost all of Canada is in
2.9.
Toronto.
Okay, yeah. So about
2.9.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a big city. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
fucking huge. I hate Toronto.
For
Like,
Canada, it's huge.
But we grew up
Canada's huge.
playing in our No, it's huge for the States too, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's
3 million
it's
is
3 million
a
is a
lot
lot
of
of people. Yeah, it's a lot of people. Yeah.
Second largest landmass in the world. All right.
The first
What,
one's
North America?
Jacksonville, right?
I think Jacksonville is
Is
the
the
What?
first largest.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
first is Russia. Second is Canada.
Oh, I thought you were
the
talking. I thought you were talking about
country,
cities.
the
Sorry, my
city.
bad. My bad. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, but 3 million. 3 million is a lot of people, regardless. Yeah.
It's a good. It's
it's a
a
good
good
chunk.
size. It's a good size, boys.
Yeah. So anywho, yeah, no, we stay away from Toronto, but like we grew up playing music with like our friends and family, like pretty close knit, pretty local stuff, and then we both went to University of Guelph, which is smaller city outside of Toronto, and there's a wicked music scene there. Both Mark and I got pretty familiar with like the bars and the pubs and this like the live music scene there, which isn't that great, but it was
pretty
all
cool,
we had.
though.
It was pretty
It's-
cool. Yeah,
Like we played.
people.
We were playing, every week or every other week in like a pretty cool bar where you're getting like a good 100 people out every night, like filling the space.
Yeah. That's
That
awesome.
was it was cool. It was cool. It was a fun spot to play music. People got excited,
And were you
and we were like super small town bands, and people got excited about us. Like it was like, oh, we know, my old band was called the Baczynski Project, and they were like, oh, the Baczynski Project's playing at Van Gogh's. Let's go to Van Gogh's. Like it was cool. It was a fun spot, even though it's a very small following of like a couple hundred people or 100 people or whatever. But it was sweet that people were loyal to music there, and we had a really good music scene.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Do you guys have a lot of jam sessions, like a good network of musicians around there?
Dude,
Definitely.
so good.
Hell yeah.
Definitely good friend groups that were musical and non-musical, but they'd hang out too. And now we're big, like we jam. We have a family cottage that pre-COVID we go to the cottage, and like before COVID we had 20, like 15, 20 people that would regularly come up for weekends, and it's just a complete party. And then it turned into concerts all the time and jamming, and that's just like the most fun ever. It's been shit since we haven't been able to do it because of COVID. You can't have that many people or whatever, but we're looking forward to getting back into that scene where we can have a big rager at the cottage for 3 days straight and play a bunch of music. And
Man, that fucking sounds awesome. We should do a side hustle Hirst Brothers.
I want to go to Canada so
fucking-
fucking bad.
bro,
Like you have
you're
no
invited.
idea.
Let's fucking
Hit us up.
let's
I
fucking
want to
do
go.
it, bro.
I want to go to Canada. Like I have been watching nonstop for the past like month, like Trailer Park Boys and Letterkenny, like constantly.
Christ.
Fucking- and
Letterkenny is based on, they're from Listowel, which is like 20 minutes north of me.
Really?
fuck yeah, dude. I'm
Oh
in.
yeah,
I'm
dude. The
100%
guy
in.
grew up like 20 minutes away from us.
That's fucking
Six snipe
hilarious.
sellies, boys. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, that's our life.
I haven't
To be
been
fair.
I haven't been to Toronto or that region anyways, but like I played a festival in Quebec City one time and fell in love with that whole vibe. I love very like artsy and like super cool.
Yeah.
Quebec's cool.
And then I played.
Quebec's its own country, though. It's just so different from the rest of Canada.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that. 'Cause
It is very cool.
I played a festival the next month in Calgary, which I know is like much further north than where you guys are at, but like it was
West.
in west, yeah. But it's like a whole fucking it was a different vibe, but it was also a really cool city in its own right. You know what I mean? And the I don't know, I really enjoyed playing Calgary as well because it was like the musicians and like the people there were so much more inviting. I felt like it was just a very I don't know, people were really just down with art and
that's
shit.
cool.
It was cool.
Canadians, man. Canadians are cool people. Like
Yeah.
we generally are. If you come to Canada, though, there's like two things you come for. You either go to the West Coast and you go to Vancouver, to like British Columbia, which is absolutely beautiful, like stunning landscapes, just the coolest place ever, which we go to fairly frequently. We love it there. Or you come see the Hirst Brothers at the cottage.
I love
That's-
it.
This is basically
Yeah.
it. But
Fuck
cottage
Vancouver,
country,
dude. I'm in
features,
for the
man.
cottage.
Fuck
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
Some people would say Niagara Falls. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I will.
Niagara
But
Falls
you
is
guys,
bullshit.
you guys do have a better view on the Canadian side than we do on the American side. I will say that much.
Oh, of
Definitely.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah,
ours is
100%.
way nicer.
Yeah,
Also, Niagara Falls in general, like the city in Canada, is like a nice place to go.
yeah, totally.
Niagara Falls in Buffalo
Is a dump.
is not a nice place.
It's
to
a
go.
fucking.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. It's a fucking dump.
It's a dump. I've driven through there, man. I was kind of scared.
Yeah.
Niagara
It's
Falls
not
in
where you want to
Ontario
be driving.
There's the one little strip that's nice. There's like the Clifton Hill, which is your touristy area with
Right.
the casinos and shit. Everywhere else in Niagara is the same shit. It's just motels and strip clubs and
Yeah.
fucking run
That's
down
where
by
a
the
tour.
Hells
That's where a
Angels.
tour started.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Bro,
we
you-
can hit off like 7 different locations on one street.
One night.
Yeah. Bro, you guys can. You know what, man?
It sounds like Daytona.
Yeah. we'll finish it in Daytona with a nice little string
Oh,
of.
for fuck, don't make me go back there, man.
We start where we end.
Yeah.
Niagara to Daytona.
Oh my god, that's
Uh,
a good fucking album name without a doubt.
Niagara, well, that's what we'll call the tour.
Niagara to Daytona in
Yeah.
every strip club on the East Coast.
All right, guys. Well, I think we should move on to our
Yeah.
last segment, the unpopular opinions.
Unpopular
do it.
opinions.
Yeah.
So we all have unpopular opinions, and we save the guests for last. But
Alright.
that's all it is. Just one apiece.
Yeah.
You want to go first?
I'll go first. I don't hate the streaming platforms.
You don't hate the streaming platforms like Spotify?
Spotify, Apple Music. I don't hate them.
Why would anybody hate them?
Oh, a lot of people hate them. A lot of artists hate them.
Oh, you mean to like make money off?
Yeah.
of? Okay.
Yeah. That's my unpopular opinion.
Well,
Hmm.
I mean, I really think it's awful because you spend $10 a month, and I like the number one artist is the one who gets that $10.
Hmm.
I don't listen to Justin Bieber or Adele, but they get my money.
Hmm.
Mos Def gets my money.
Yeah.
now, for at least this month, anyways.
Yeah.
Mac DeMarco gets my money,
Yeah.
but or should be
Mac
getting.
DeMarco deserves it.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's one of
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
Indie rock, whatever you want to
love
call it.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the best. He's,
Prince, man.
yeah, any of it. But I hate just like it's almost like a charity that's broken, like we talked about earlier. That it's not, you don't get to choose where it goes to.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks.
I know, but there's so much more in the artist's control nowadays. I think, as far as means and just the amount of what you can do with your music and the creative ability and control that we have nowadays. I think is so much more than what it was 30 years ago, 20 years ago, even, and it comes at a cost. But I think that having multiple mediums to spread your music across. And then using the tools and the resources that we have accessible now at our fingertips versus having gatekeepers 20 years ago that decided whether or not your music ever gets heard. You know what I mean? I think it's a much better platform. And I also think that what you're mad at is not the streaming companies. It is the royalty collection agencies
Yeah, of course.
like ASCAP and BMI that are signing those contracts and saying, yeah, we'll give you all of our music for
But if it
$10
did-
a month.
If it didn't exist, then you would have to still go to CD Central or FYE and buy a CD.
Yeah, but you don't have distribution through those companies because you need distribution through a label back then.
Sure.
Right, so then your music doesn't get heard at all.
Sure, yeah.
Or unless you get to a DJ and have them spin it at a club somewhere.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't hate the streaming platforms.
I just think that the internet can exist and we can do it that way and then get rid of that streaming platform and then everybody would make money.
they're working on that right now, and the social media
Dismantling
platforms.
Spotify.
The social media platforms are a much more profitable way to go than streaming for sure.
Yeah.
And it's moving towards
What
that
is
way.
it?
But what do you guys think though?
Yeah.
Curious.
I agree with you. Like, I don't hate them from an artist's perspective. I just don't like the fact that you got to pay. Like that, I think that's stupid because it's like, if I wanted to listen to music for free, I could just go on YouTube and listen to music for free. But yet I'm stuck like everybody else with my thumb up my ass, paying $10 a fucking month so that I can have my collection on my phone or whatever. It's just like, well, in today's day and age, like, why do we have to pay? These fuckers are making enough money off advertisements and other bullshit. Like,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then it's like Netflix.
Yeah.
They'll just hike it up just a little bit, like every year, like
Oh no, yeah, 50 cents
just
more.
$1, and then
Yeah,
eventually,
fuck yeah.
like, why am I paying 20 fucking bucks a month for Spotify?
Right.
Like this, like, I don't know.
So I don't pay any of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's $20 to buy an album, and then you have it for the rest of your fucking life.
Yeah.
That's the way that it should be. 100%.
No, yeah, that's the way it should be. Or, dude, like someone just needs to pay them because I'm gonna watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, where does that come in? You know what I mean? Like,
It's all free now. It's all fucked now. It's all free.
I can
basically.
watch any music on YouTube, any music video for free. Where the artist needs to get paid in a different way.
Yeah,
I
well,
agree.
we do get we do. I think that we do get paid in a lot of different ways now, and that's the
Yeah.
thing that I'm talking. That's
Yeah.
the thing I'm saying is that, like, back 20
The
years.
videos.
Yeah, the like the videos and like the ad revenue that can come in from that, and there's all kinds of endorsement, sponsorship stuff that can come with that. Hopefully, it translates to ticket sales. I mean, there's a bunch of ways that this all where the cash manifests itself. But ultimately, for me, I think that a lot of people hate on the streaming platforms, and I don't think that. I don't know. It's like I'm all about the adapt or die kind of mentality, where it's like you can either adapt to the changes and figure out the next move, or you can kind of like hang on the past and be like, well, $20 and you had that record for the rest of your life, and well, it's like that's the way it
No
should
one
be.
buys it.
It's like, yeah, but that's just not the way that it is.
The
anymore,
only reason why
so.
Spotify exists, in my
I'm with
opinion,
you.
is because the RIAA was fucking sick of people downloading music for free.
Yeah, totally.
That's the only
so
reason
it's
why.
that was the solution to the problem.
I understand.
Now we have a new problem. Now let's find a solution to that problem.
But
No, I'm with you though.
and now the solution
Adapt or die.
exactly. Now the solution to the problem
more
is on
digital
us to
media.
solve. It's on us to solve
It's-
now. No longer on the record companies to
it's
solve.
literally everybody has to have vinyl records. That's the only way you can listen to it
That'd be dope.
ever.
Anyways, your unpopular
My
opinion.
unpopular opinion. I wrote this down, and it looks, because I write in cursive, it looks like it's like a.
Why do you write? You went to private school. I forgot we talked about this
I
already.
learned it in third grade. I don't know what they were
I
teaching
read
me
in
in Miami.
cursive.
There you
You
go.
do.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I do.
All
Did you go
right.
to private school also?
No.
Oh.
I didn't
Whoops.
learn this in private school. I only went to private school for 2 years.
Just looks nice, man.
Yeah, it
It's a
does.
nice writing,
It
man.
does look nice.
But
Yeah.
anyways,
You send someone a letter in cursive.
Maybe
it
that-
needs more.
That's a good unpopular opinion. Cursive is still relevant.
it's not
well,
anymore.
a highly unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
But it's well, not really an opinion, but I think it would be hilarious. So I'm gonna say it anyways.
Okay.
I want to be able to remove likes on Instagram, and if you get enough likes on a post, you can use all of them to remove likes on a post as if it were currency.
Ooh.
It's a good episode of Black Mirror, kind of like that, the rating scale.
I think so, like a little bit like that,
Yeah.
but I think that would be amazing. Just on Instagram, it's like somehow you got a little bit of clout and you got 20,000 likes on a post. You could just go to like somebody who's like, oh my God, look at my boobs or whatever. And be like, yeah, all your posts are gone. All your likes are gone.
Yeah. Do you know why that's not really an unpopular opinion?
Why is that?
Because like 5 people have thought of that before. So it's not even a popular thought to be an opinion in anybody's mind.
So it is unpopular.
It's, yeah, I guess it is unpopular.
Do
in
you
that-
want to like, if you'd like, I know they're medium rare right now, but I can cook
Yeah.
them for longer if you'd like to eat your words well done.
Ooh.
You fucking asshole.
That was good.
Thank you.
Got him.
Didn't Instagram do that though? They used to show like the number of likes, right? And
Yeah.
now it doesn't. Like now you can only see it if you like click on it and then you scroll and count them or whatever.
Yeah.
I almost want it to be like Chuck E. Cheese tickets and be like, I don't know if you have that in Canada, but
yeah.
fucking,
We do.
you do? You got Chuck E.
Jesus
Cheese?
Christ, Bill. He's from Kentucky. I'm sorry, guys.
Born and raised, want to fight about it. Secondly,
I'm about to want to fight about it.
I want to have enough likes to delete a post. Is what I'm trying
You
to
can
say.
delete a post on Instagram.
I'm trying to delete somebody else's
Okay.
post.
I
Be like,
know.
Just
no, I got 300.
Just like you deleted that kid from Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, he's a little weird. He's not allowed
Fucking-
on parks
We
anymore.
lost him in the ball pit, but our life is still going.
Yeah.
Yeah, move on, man.
All right. Anyway, sorry. I kind of.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion on it either way because I haven't had any time to think about
And-
that.
and
'cause
like I
no one's
said,
thought about that.
It's not.
so,
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say. It's not an opinion.
Yeah.
But I felt like saying it. So what are you gonna do?
All right. Well, that's.
Hey, it is.
How about you guys? What do you got?
John, go for it.
I wrote a bunch down, but I'm trying to think the most relevant. But I'm gonna stick with the music theme. My unpopular opinion is that new hip hop absolutely sucks.
Yeah.
And it's not lyrical at all. It's all just focused on the beat, and then you get all these fucking mumble rappers, and I think every single one of them absolutely sucks.
I would agree with you. The only pushback that you'll get from me on that is that I won't even call it hip hop.
Yeah.
It's pop music, just like mumble rap pop music. That's like
just
that.
All those fucking rappers that just auto tune and they just fucking mumble into the mic. It's like you are completely talentless and you suck. That's my.
We talked about this recently, actually, with I forget with who, but it's like if you can just, I don't even know the right analogy. It's possibly the worst thing that's ever been created, and I'm not just saying that as
that's true.
As somebody who's stuck in their ways. I'm like, we just talked about the adapt or die thing. I'm all about it. However, this can just die, right? Yeah. We don't have to adapt to mumble rap. It's a terrible thing.
No. End it.
Yeah, it's got to go.
No one adapted to jazz. It just died too.
No, jazz is still relevant. And
jazz is amazing.
Jazz is it's the foundation of America. It's a foundation of Western culture, musically, anyways.
Keep going.
Anyways, this guy doesn't know anything about anything.
I don't.
But I agree with you. Mumble rap sucks. It's the worst thing ever.
Yeah. I don't think that's unpopular.
Popular? No, it is so popular.
Well,
though.
yeah, that's true. Though,
like, I think millennials push it, and like the younger generation, they're really into that stuff. And I'm like, I just don't get it.
Yeah,
I think most of us in our generation are like, no, we don't get it. It's stupid. But I don't know what the fuck is wrong with millennials in that sense. Like, you guys have a really shitty taste of music.
Yeah, I mean, but there's also There's a lot of good that comes with this generation as well, but there's within that wide net that's casted, there's a lot of shit that comes with it. And I think there's a lot of great new music being put out. Mumble rap is just kind of like that fucking algae that the net scoops up. It's just, we don't need it. Let's take the tuna, you know what I mean?
I need to listen to more mumble rap.
No, you don't.
No, I just
you need to.
I haven't gotten it like an example.
It doesn't like it's just whatever you hear on the radio. That's it. Like, that's all you need to know. Like, the song "Panda" is probably one of the worst songs
I'll
ever
listen
created.
to that one.
Also, "OxyContin" is another one.
That's a good one.
Oh my god, it's got to be the worst music ever created. I'm with you.
Well, hang on.
Where are you going,
Mark? It's your turn.
I think we might.
Mark's like, I'm out, bro. That's his unpopular opinion. I'm going to take a piss in the middle of a podcast.
Oh man, we
Get
can't.
into the bourbon. I'll tell you my second unpopular.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, let's do a second one. Fuck it.
Which is I don't know if you guys watch. You ever watch those like fucking talent shows, like America's Got Talent?
Yeah, of course. They're awful.
Like that. I don't know. Maybe this is not unpopular, but they should fucking remove all backstories.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Completely fucking remove it, because it is not a talent show. It is a fucking sob story.
It is.
I don't give a fuck if you're sick. I don't care if you're dying. I don't care if your fucking great uncle did some, like, I just don't fucking care. I just watch it for the talent.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Bro, I'm
They
with
gotta
you.
fill time, man.
That's not even that, man.
You don't think so?
No, because it gets people to buy in.
People like that pathos.
They do, and I hate it. I'm with you 100%. we watch. I watch The Voice. My girlfriend and I will watch The Voice, and like I get like the talent stuff of it. I can kind of buy into it for that. But then when they start getting into the sob story stuff, I start to roll my eyes. My girlfriend gets so mad at me, and she's a musician too. She's a very talented singer, but she buys into the sob story stuff. I'm just like, bro, we don't need to fucking hear it. Like, I want to watch you try and sing a song in front of all these people and get judged for it. That's what I want to watch happen right now.
Sure.
They're trying to
And I feel
relate,
like
man.
if you apply to one of those songs, they must just be like, so what hardships have you been through?
Exactly.
Like, what kind of shit you got going on? You're like, no, nothing. Like, I'm a pretty normal dude.
Just like the song.
No.
You're not on the show.
You have like, You're gonna die.
Yeah.
So let's go with that.
Let's dig up. We can dig up some childhood trauma. Maybe you had a fucking roach in your
what
peanut
did
butter
you-
once. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
For sure. Your great aunt choked on a peanut and she died, and that's what we're gonna fucking go with.
Yeah, exactly.
I never even knew her. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's it. You're really close.
Go
to
with
her.
it.
Really?
She's actually your best friend, your mentor.
Yeah, I love it.
No, I'm afraid of peanuts, and all I sing is Randy Newman. That's why I'm on here.
Yeah,
Randy Newman. Did you imagine a Randy Newman tribute set? Yeah, Hirst Brothers idea. I
Oh
think
my
so.
god!
Done.
I'll be your creative director, guys. Don't worry about
If
it.
you played it, I'm telling you, first off, like you would have a friend.
It will
man.
come.
You
Done.
Just do Randy Newman puns. Oh my god, what an awful fucking thing.
but
So
but
bad.
short people have no reason. It's gotta be his best fucking song ever.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's
Yeah.
like-
No reason to live.
Yeah.
It's like, bro,
Yeah, like what a
pretty-
fucking
that was
song.
pretty
talk,
good.
talk
That's
about
Super Bowl.
a song that could not be made today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, short people have no reason to live.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Mark.
Wrap it
By the way,
up.
we could hear you peeing in the background. Just wanted to let you know.
Second, yeah, it was a firm stream.
It's a it's a firm
It's a
stream.
good band name.
Yeah, it's a good aesthetic. I like it. It's good.
Yeah.
What's your
Thank you.
unpopular opinion?
All right, I'm taking us away from music,
That's fine.
and I am going to say and ask your guys' opinion. Unpopular opinion: can you be friends with your ex?
No,
Oh.
Ooh.
there's no
No.
way.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Not it. Yeah,
Not unless she comes out as gay. That's the only. That's the only time.
I
Seriously, that's the only time.
I think that here's what I'll say is that it's never an all or nothing thing. I think that you can be, but it's never purely platonic after that. You get me?
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be a scenario in which something can happen again, whether you break up with your current person or whatever, like anything. Like it's never off the table. Is all I'm saying. You know.
Exactly.
It's off the table for me. But that's why that's not even why. It's just like, no. I don't think you can ever be like good. I think it's weird if someone's like, I'm really close with my ex. Like we hang out all the time and go for brunch.
That's
I'm like,
And try explaining that to your new girlfriend.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Like fucking weird.
Like if you are friends with
Fucking
them,
weird.
if you are friends with them, it's never purely platonic. You're either not friends with them and have no communication, or as much as you need to, depending on
Wait,
children
wait.
or whatever,
Hey.
or you're friends with them and the idea and like hooking up is just it's never completely off the table. It's never purely platonic. Is all I'm saying.
Well,
you
you
know?
can still be
Yeah.
friends and hook up. That's friends with benefits.
Yeah.
It's a new thing that the
But-
kids are
but
doing. Hey,
that's not-
but what did Mark say that that you can or you cannot be friends with your ex?
Yeah. Well,
No. I was asking because my personal opinion is absolutely not. I only have one ex, and I from day one breakup, never talked to her again. It's like, why would I bother? Why don't put myself through that again?
right.
There's enough people in the world that I'll just chat to other good
Well,
people. Now I have an amazing girlfriend. It's like, why would I even think about the last girlfriend? I move on instantly. You can't be friends with your ex because you're always gonna want to hook up with them.
Exactly.
There's a sexual tension that exists.
Exactly.
You can't be friends and not have the sexual tension unless they became gay. If she was all
about
of a sudden,
it.
like
I'm
I'm
telling
a
you.
lesbian, I'd be like, great, you're welcome to party with us. We're not even sexually tied.
Bring your
That's
girlfriend.
the only way.
Yeah, bring your girlfriend. I'll
Bring
just
your
watch you guys vicariously.
Or
that is okay.
I'll say this. I'll say this. One other caveat is if you were married and you had kids together, then you 100% could just be friends.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the
a
only other.
different
That's
story.
the only.
That's
other
a
one.
different story.
that was
because I totally get that.
that was my caveat. What I was saying, like depending on the situation, like if you have kids or something, then yeah, you can. But it's still never off the table. Is all I'm saying. It's never purely platonic after. The
No,
fact.
I think in that situation it can be off the table.
I don't think
because you
so.
saw what happened when you did.
Does
You
it- I don't-
have sex. You have fuck trophies.
We're still, people for fuck trophies.
Fuck trophies. Yeah.
for as smart as we can be and as cerebral as we are compared to other animals, we're still a slave somewhat to our physical impulses, I think. So
we're all animals.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think that it's ever fully off the table. If you have a relationship with an ex, whether it's a wife or a girlfriend or whatever it might be, like if you have children, doesn't matter the scenario, it's never off the table ever.
No, one Americano leads to the next.
Yeah,
One Americano. That's what gets me going.
If you get a fucking Tom Petty, you're gonna get a Bruce Springsteen. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, easy.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, man. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, you guys. Thank you.
What a fucking crazy technology. I'm just talking to a couple boys from Canada right now. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Remember
man.
20 years ago when we were playing GoldenEye?
Yeah, I do remember that actually.
Yeah, probably against us.
Yeah.
I don't think they had fucking online GoldenEye, but whatever, man.
Yeah, if that existed, it would have been against us.
Bro, this is an awesome conversation, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time and being on the show. And yeah, if there's ever an opportunity where we can work together creatively, let's make something happen.
Yeah,
I'd love to.
Or if you guys
Let's make a song.
I'm fucking down.
Yeah.
I love doing that kind of stuff.
I want to come to the cottage, man. Like more than anything, I just want to fucking live in Canada. Like that's the end
You're
of
invited.
it. I can't
You're
wait.
already
Uninvited.
I have Canadian friends now. This is amazing.
done.
Also, if you guys ever want to review a side hustle song, let's fucking make that happen too.
We'll do that.
100%.
Let's do it. Fuck Doug. Just send. Well, I can't listen to it
Doug.
because it's like I'm either gonna listen to it and then be like, well, it can't be on the show if I've already heard it.
Yeah, I mean, bro, we'll take
Tell
it.
us which one you want on the show, and I won't listen to that one, and then I'll
Send
listen
it
to
to
the rest.
Doug.
Of it.
All right, we'll and I'm cool with it with a 60 biscuit rating or something. You know what I mean? Like if that's what it is,
All right.
that's what it is.
Again,
All right, guys, make sure you check out the Hirst Brothers not new, but their podcast, New Music Review podcast. Also, check out their new album dropping February 1st, Groovetown.
Boom.
New singles, Lakeside and Nah are out on all platforms currently. Am I missing anything?
no, you nailed it.
It's fucking
man.
follow these
That's
guys, and just keep up. It's an awesome conversation, guys. Thank you so
Follow
much
us,
for
you
being with
fuckers.
us.
You guys do.
All right, guys. Well, we'll talk soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Adios,
Boys.
muchachos.
Peace out.
Thank
Take
you guys
care.
for having us, man.